congrats on sobriety, because I wanted to kind of pick your brain on the new you, right?
Yeah.
That layer. Some artists are procrastinators, and we're all guilty of it, right?
Yeah. At some point in time.
Yeah.
Depending on the day. You know what I mean?
So like that night before you're doing a piece is when you really start.
Bro, I get artwork ready the day of.
Right.
Because it's just, all right, for doing this for so long, bro, you get to a point where like, all right, either one or two things are going to happen. For me.
Yeah.
By the time they get there, they're going to have a whole nother idea. Or by the time they get there, I'm going to want to rework it because it sat for too long before I touched it.
Yeah. It's like the creative, it's like all that energy, bro.
Yeah, and you see it and you're like, man, that's dope. But from the time that I drew it till now, my mind state's different.
Right.
So I'm all, hey, man, you know what? Give me a minute. Let me do this. Let me do that. So I like to get artwork together the day of. But then again, that's why I stick to only 1 or 2 appointments a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to avoid that, like, overthinking of it. You know what I'm saying? And like, even with my brother Steven, you know, he's still out in Pismo.
I was gonna ask if you've seen him lately.
I haven't been out there in a minute. We talked, we were on the phone yesterday.
There's a lot of updates I need from you,
yeah,
bro,
dude, like life has just been like,
we have the
life in
AZ, yeah.
I mean, Arizona, I'm back and forth to Arizona, man, but I'm grateful for every fucking second of it. I'm grateful for, man.
So like what back to the whole, what I was thinking, like last night, bro, I really wanted to put into thought when I kind of have these specific, you know, end of the year.
Yeah.
This is developed into here. Last time we had you in here to now, even yesterday, I saw a picture of the first setup where you and I sat.
Yeah.
To where it is now. I mean, that's the plan for anything.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if you don't progress, what's the point of doing it? Like how we were saying earlier, like.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like the whole mentor thing, right? Like they don't have somebody to show them this whole like mentorship or. So imagine our mentors telling us that, hey, you got to have the right direction. Like, let's just dude. There was no time of day.
No, it was like, hey,
so that makes
do
sense.
as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? Like
that makes sense why they're cultivating so many heads. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I love our industry. Don't get me wrong. First and foremost, tattooing saved my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've heard me say that on several occasions. Not only that, like, bro, for the time, man, I got into an industry, there wasn't a whole lot of motherfuckers that looked like me trying to be tattoo artists, bro.
No, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like me and Sketch were talking about this the other day because, you know, Sketch has been doing this for like 40 years.
You guys keep tabs of law, right?
Well, he's at the shop with me.
Oh, he's
been
with
back.
You, bro?
Yeah, Sketch has been back for like 2 years.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And
if I'd have known that, I would have told you to bring him in.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been back, man.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, like, and I always I always tell him and like even my brother Steven, like, bro, even the last time, like, hey, bro, these 2 white boys helped me bully my way in the game.
Yeah. Now today, it's more so the whole appearance still kind of tracks, right?
Yeah.
So like, I can't go and you and I. It's harder for us to get over the phone. We might be approved,
pull some shit, but like in real life, once they see us, it's like,
on,
and then especially for me because my name is white as fuck.
I'm actually gonna need some more credentials.
Yeah,
I'll need more paper. That's happened to me, bro.
Yep.
I'm trying to get stuff, and I'm like, you were hella cool 30 minutes ago on the phone, and I'm coming down to your spot and trying to get this whatever business thing going. And now it's like, well, what changed?
Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Chris Barnett. You're Chris Barnett.
Barnett,
oh,
yeah.
And they're like, wait, what? I'm all like, yeah, you like my pay the bills voice, huh? I had you fooled over the phone.
Yeah,
and then you deal with it. But like, I was the first African American to open up a fucking tattoo shop in Kings, Kern, and Tulare County, bro.
Right.
All right, my shop, I just celebrated 11 years.
Right,
so like, technically, thank you, man. And
11 years, and then how many years sober?
6 years sober. Next year, 2026 will be 7 years, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So before that, you had a chunk of this, like, I don't know if you want to call it fog.
It was a shit show.
Right.
Like, I mean, to be honest with you, like, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
Like, you know me, bro. I'm no nonsense. Bro, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
If I didn't get sober, I probably still wouldn't have the shop.
Yeah.
Honest to God truth. You know what I mean? If I didn't get sober, I wouldn't have the shop. It was a shit show prior to me getting sober. Even when I was trying to open up the shop, dude, every time the inspector will come in, he will come in and be like, oh, yeah. Oh, now you got to do this.
Right.
And I'm all, look, bro, the last time you were here, you told me this, and now you're telling me something else. I knew what I was going up against.
Right.
And I opened up in downtown Tulare. You know what I mean? So, like, I knew what I was going up against. But, like,
spotlight, you know what I mean?
People don't see that side of it or accept it as a reality. And I get it because there are a lot of people who use certain things as a way to bitch or complain. Like, oh, they're only doing this to me because... No, they're doing it to you because you're a lazy motherfucker.
What was that Chris Rock said? Selective... victim.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I mean, I've worked.
Selective outreach.
Yeah, like, oh, well, they're only doing this to me because I'm black, or they're only doing it. Oh, you're just a bad human being. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. You're just an asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the reality of it is like, there's motherfuckers that got to deal with that shit. And like, they made me jump through a lot of hoops. At the time, I had a really, really good friend of mine that was working for the city. And I called him and he was all like, I said, look, bro, like every time I try to do something with this inspector, this is happening. Yeah. And I told him how long it was going on. And he was like, hey, bro, why didn't you call me? And I'm all, well, I wanted to try to get through it first before I reached out. After I made that phone call to him, he goes, all right, bro, I'll give you a call back. Yeah. The next day he called me, he was like, hey, come and get all your paperwork. I walked in there, that inspector, oh, I didn't know you knew such and such. And why didn't you say anything? I'm all, why should I have to?
Why should it matter?
You know what I mean? I'm all, why would I have to? Just give me my papers.
You have to give somebody like name drop, you know what I mean?
And it was the same concept. I was like, hey, bro, I really tried to do it on my own, but like, I feel as though I'm being fucked with it. Yeah. So I waited a couple of times before I finally made that call, and my boy was all like, I got you. And dude, the next day, I'm telling you, it was like, after all these like 2 months, 3 months of going back and forth with this inspector, oh, hey, man. Oh, you should have told me you knew him. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you're a Dodgers fan. I'm a Giants fan. I'm just...
Here's Key to the City, bro.
Yeah, like just...
You want to do ribbon cut tomorrow?
Right, like, when's your grand opening?
Like, put a billboard out for you.
Now you see me because based on who I knew. You know what I mean? And like, I just try to get by on my own without having to like name drop. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's very, very hard sometimes because how's the saying go? It's not what you know, who you know.
Who you know.
And it's sad, but that's just the way it is, bro. A motherfucker, look how many artists are super, super talented, but they're not tattooing because they're not making funny enough videos on fucking TikTok or Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of artists out there that are just fucking super talented, but because they're not dancing on the internet.
They're just overseeing. Yeah, yeah. Where we started this year to where we are now and what we're planning for. Because this is how it is. New Year hits, another day, bro. It's like your birthday, another day. I'll damn near work. You know what I mean? Yep. I'll work on my own day if I have to.
If we step away from something for a minute, it's only because we got interest in this right now.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So like,
and there's always something going on with like those plates spinning, bro. Yep. I've said that so many times to people. It's like, it's those spinning plates. One starts to wobble and lose that momentum. You got to keep
it going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, it's crazy.
You can't give me too much downtime. Like I tell people, idle hands are the devil's playgrounds. I know me better than me because like, all right, bro, we live in a world where like nobody can lie to you better than you. I've gotten to the point with sobriety, I don't lie to myself no more. I accept reality for what it is. I know you give me downtime, I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's gonna be like,
I'm gonna find something.
Like, damn, bro, you were doing so good. What happened? I don't know, man. They gave me too much spare time. And
we'll start digging a hole, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, you see, I try to keep myself busy. I'm either at the track, at the shop, painting, or with my granddaughter.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? Something, dude.
You know,
like,
and especially experiencing people like, well, I mean, when it hits close to home, someone passes away, right? Yeah. And whether it's a tragic thing where they're young, our age, or the elder, and you just see them, they had a full life. I wanted to ask you this question after our intro, but let's go ahead and give you your intro.
Okay.
Before I get it, because we're just going to go on.
You know how we are. Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us, give us your name, bro.
Chris Slicc Barnett, man. Everybody will Lerk because of my tagging name. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, man,
artistic name,
I own Art Life Studio in Tulare, private studio. We've been there for 11 years, man. And I've been tattooing. Next year will be 21 years. Man, I'm loving every fucking minute of it.
This is the G files, bro.
Oh yeah, I was talking to my brother Steven about that yesterday. I'm all like, bro,
you tap in with him a lot, like,
oh yeah, dude. And like, what's crazy is, bro, me and my brother be on the phone for like 2-3 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
we've done that where we've lost track of time.
Yeah.
Like, I got to clock in.
Yeah, we'll be talking and like, I'm grateful for that though. I'd have to say this past year, like, all right, since the last time we talked, I've lost both my grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? So like now I'm technically the eldest in my family because I'm the oldest boy. Right. You know what I mean? So
so that literally is what they did, is carried their legacy leading up to you, leading up to the next.
All right, my personal opinion, bro, girl dads, like I'm a girl dad, bro. Like I love being a girl dad because like, all right, being a girl dad taught me so much about myself. You know what I mean? Like I learned vulnerability. Yeah. I learned to show my daughters the type of man they should want to be with. You know what I mean? With those vulnerabilities, as best as I could. In no way, shape, or form was I say, bro. Right. But like
how can I be an example to raise girls? Like how
you know what I mean? And I felt as though like with my girls, it was like, hey, I'm coming outside to work on the car. Come on. Hand me that 10mm socket. Hey, hand me this. Hand me that Crescent wrench. You know what I mean? And I felt like it was even more of a reason to like share that with them. You know what I mean? Like, because, all right, when my oldest, all right, you know, I had her when I was like 17, 18 years old. She's going to turn 30 in February.
Crazy.
Yeah. She was supposed to be a boy. When we did the sonogram, you know, back then, this was 30 years ago, bro. It's not like it was now. So the whole time we thought we were having a boy.
Right.
So I was all like, oh yeah, I'm having a boy. I'm having a boy. Like, oh yeah, everything. Especially for me, you know what I'm saying? We was all blued up. You know what I mean? I'm all like, oh, cuz watch my son this. And then the day she was born, they pulled her out. I was like, oh, you're having a daughter. And I'm all, I'm like,
how do you take that, right?
What?
How do you take that, dude?
I already told people I was having a boy.
Right,
and then it was just like the minute I laid eyes on my daughter, because, you know, I've had custody of her since she was like 19. The minute I laid eyes on my daughter, I knew I was all she had.
Yeah.
Like, I knew, like, hey, you're all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
God bless you for that, bro.
Yeah, man. And it just,
that's tough.
That was my inspiration.
I know situations where something happens to that parent, those kids are lost. Dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's heavy.
Like, I mean, in it, like with my my oldest daughter, her mom. Woo! But I just knew. Yeah. Like, I knew, like, I was all this little girl had. Right. Like, I knew it, and that gave me even more of a reason to be her. To push and set the example for my daughters. But one thing I think a lot of parents, like, for me, never lied to my kids, bro. Like, I didn't lie to them about the Easter Bunny. I didn't lie to them about Santa Claus. I didn't lie to them about none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I kept it 100 with them. And, like, a lot of people, when they were growing up, they would give me grief for it. And I like, look, I didn't discourage my kids from, like, Santa Claus isn't real. Right. I would tell them, look, hey, I believe in God, and people tell me he's not real. You can believe in what you want to believe in. But at the end of the day, anything nice that you're getting, oh, that's coming from me. Right. So if you want that nice stuff, do what you need to do to get it.
That's stuck too. I've mentioned that to a few artists that it's like they bring out their personal beliefs or faiths.
You know, I started my prayer group every Wednesday night. I have a prayer group. I call it the Modern Men's Prayer Group.
Are you doing that at the shop?
Doing that at the shop, man. And
Mr. Untouchable's doing that.
Oh wow, that's dope.
He got a men's group together, and he's literally running a whole service, bro. I think I don't know if he has a whole building, but it looks like a tattoo shop church, bro.
That's dope, wild. Man. I just wanted to do something. I could tell you, hey, I love you, bro. Hey, I'm proud of you, bro. You text me, tell me, hey, bro, I got the new spot. I'm all, that's fucking rad, dude. Like, that's fucking dope. And I just want to give back to us as men because, bro, we're fucking lost. You know what I mean? We're lost. You know what I mean?
Especially now, a lot of people are like backed up into a corner where they don't really have like a support system. And that's huge. Where it's like, you can tell that some artists, they don't reach out to other artists. And they just because they're okay with the other 4 artists in their shop. And this is okay. This is okay as far as like my social limits go is within my shop. Instead of being like, hey, you're the homie, oh, what's up? You know, like things like that. Like how it used to be where it's like, I'm going to make the rounds of the whole crew and introduce you to everybody.
But it's not like that no more. You know what I mean? All right, because, you know, I've been a private studio for years now. So me going to Arizona,
I was going to ask you about
and working in a street shop is totally, for one, you know, I'm used to like.
Because you were going to move.
My goal is to eventually move. It's just like life happened. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so I was going back and forth. Like, come out here, bang out some tattoos for a week or two, go back and stay in Arizona for like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. You know what I mean? Trying to keep up with my race schedule and balance both the shops. So for me, you know, I was used to like, you know, when my first appointment's not till 11, I get up, start getting ready around 9, take my time. But working in the street shop, like it's back to like, hey, the shop opens at 11, we get here at 10.
9. No,
and I gotta be, and I'm like, I gotta be there till like 7 o'clock because the shop's hours are 11 to 7, bro. I'm not used to that. Yeah. So when I first started going to Arizona, bro, those first couple of days I was working at the shop, bro. Come like 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'm just like, oh. He's like, what's wrong? I'm all, dude, I'm used to taking naps by now. And they're like, what? I'm all like, dude, I do 1 or 2 appointments a day.
I take my siesta.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm an avid napper, bro. Yeah. And dude, I was struggling. So I got used to it. I had to go back to doing a percentage, which was weird. After 11 years, 10 years of like, oh yeah, this is my money, to where now when I get done, like, all right, oh wait.
Yeah, I could see that being a hard adjustment.
Well, imagine you going to work like, all right, I'm going to be out of town for a month at a time.
Right.
You're not the boss no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
so you're still holding on to your spot though, right?
Yeah, he still got my spot right there. I'm at Decorum right there in Arizona, Sun City. Angel's originally from this area. Good dude, man.
You actually did a convention with him.
Yes. I held down the shop while they did the convention.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I did pop up I went to the convention. Yeah, I went, hung out. It was one of those things like an invite-only convention.
Okay.
And at the time that I got hired by Angel, it was one of those like, hey, well, let me see if I can still get you in. But it wasn't happening
so,
because
like, narrowed out. Is it the AZ Invitational or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty dope convention. Of course, I get there and I see Jonathan Wade.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I see a bunch of the other homies that we.
Yeah.
I enjoy the shop there. It's cool. It's definitely different. Like,
how many heads are there?
There are, I want to say like 6 heads, 6, 7 heads, counting the owner. And Angel's a solid dude, man. Like I said, I dealt with a lot of stuff with my grandparents. Like I said, like since the last time we talked, I lost both my grandparents. I was very, very fortunate to be like that last generation that had 2 sets. My grandpa Jimmy made it to 90, I want to say like 91, 92. And my other grandfather was in his 90s as well.
So
you know
those it's one of those things. I just lost my grandma. So my mom's mom, that's the lady that raised me. Same thing with Jim. Yeah. I remember your story when you talked about it. He was the one that taught you the hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Gave you the mouthpiece. Yep. Right? I remember all that story, bro. So you guys just tuning in, recently we received a lot of new following and people that are getting open to the channel, but you got to check out the first episode we did and definitely you'll see a difference, not only from the setup, but like from where we were then to where we are now. Yeah. It's totally different.
Totally different.
As far as like mindsets, people, because sometimes life will wake you up with a lesson.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? And so going through this loss and being in those it was hard to go in, and I'm sure you've experienced this, to see your a relative elder, because she's 88.
Okay.
She was 88. My grandfather right now is 97. And so he's 97. He's still like healthy as can be. And my grandma's just, it's so crazy how people age, that dude, I had this wild, like the epiphanies and you're just realizing.
Well, I mean, it's life changing.
How much life do you have left, dude? Because we are busy in our lives as far as caught up in the things that we're doing. And all this is kind of parallel to who can you talk to, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, bro. It's hard to even go see my grandparents. This state is tough. It's inevitable. I put myself in my grandfather's shoes.
It's inevitable. We're all going to go through it.
So I'm sitting there thinking, bro, I'm just spending time. There's not much you could do with them as far as like, maybe they have bad hearing. Yeah. So my he's deaf, blind in one eye, but for some reason, he can see a phone clear.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's something to do with the new technology and the
with
displays.
the way the screens are,
Yeah, so because I was showing pictures of the kids. I'm trying to keep them all updated, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're knowing that someone's at their last, like, end of the rope. Like, this is, and the best thing you can wish for is a peaceful release, right? And that was the best case scenario for my grandma. So it was one of those things that she looked like she was just resting, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so good. This is what you want.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, where I am right now, how much life do you have left? How much more time of this do you have as far as going forward, right? And all of this hits you. Okay, where am I? Like, what, bro? That was a whole nother motivational without sounding like it wasn't like, obviously you have the grief and everything, but at the same time, you're like, talk about life giving you that. It's
like a reality check.
It's a reality check.
Like, it's letting you know, like, all right, like, I don't know if you've ever listened to that Steve Jobs speech that he gave when he was at that university.
I've heard
even Nip sampled it on the song, which is my favorite song by Nip, Who Detached Us.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't get trapped in dogma.
Right.
Living someone else's life. Mm-hmm. And you can't live in fear. Like, all right, so when my biological grandfather passed away, like, that one hit me.
It's hard, dude.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, he's like, hey, how's life? How's this? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this, that, this, and that. And he goes, man, Chris, you know what? My grandfather called me Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball, let me tell you something.
Crystal Ball?
Crystal Ball. Let me tell you something. I remember, like, even before I got sick, I thought this was bad. I thought that was bad. And he goes, now that I'm laying in my deathbed, and he goes, I'm looking at death. It's coming for me. He goes, there's no way around. He goes, I'm dying. I'm going to die.
Right.
And he goes, none of it matters. He goes, just live. Like, just live.
That's
like,
crazy
live.
To hear that, yeah.
Like, live. It's always going to be something. So just live. No sin is greater than the next. So no problem is greater than the next. And he told me, he's like, son, just live.
Yeah. I had a little one-on-one with her, and, she told me, don't stress about all this. Why live a life? And this is like 100. Like, I already knew this, right? And so she's telling me something I've already, but it's nice to hear when you hear from someone that is definitely older,
Art that you admire and look up to.
Right. And you're just love, like, you really sit down and let that sink, bro. Because, yeah, we can hear it, but if you and I just talk about it, yeah, these are facts. These are facts.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
I'm listening to her talk, and you hear them say stuff like, hey, did I sign this already? Is the wills? And you're just like, that's got to be wild. I don't know if I could sit here and just be like, hey, Chris, like, make sure so I'm gonna trust you with this. That's so crazy, though.
Like, but at that point, like you know, you're on your way out. Like, all right, at the end of this, you know I'm going to leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to accept it for what it is.
And a lot of us, our generation, bro, of artists, we're all probably there's a lot of us going through this because right now there's a huge that's the generation. All of our grandparents. Like a lot of us artists that knew each other at a certain point, all of our grandparents were probably within the same age. So then therefore we're probably a lot of us experiencing
that now.
Now where it's
that
like
stepping into the shoes of the elder. Like even with like me losing both my grandfathers, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's so crazy because they were both so influential in my life. Like I am them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, all right, so like how I was going back and forth to Arizona, well, my grandpa Jimmy, he like just health just took a turn for the worse. Like he ended up getting on hospice. And it was like one of those things where it was just like, all right, you know how
you hit hospice, bro. That's
like, and it was one of those things where it was like, hey, well, I don't want to be in a hospital. I want to be at home. So we did the
home care,
turn the bedroom into a hospital room. You know what I mean? And dude, I was very, very grateful for the fact that God put me in a position to have my shit together to be able to be there for my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't no saint in my younger days. And there was times where I would be sitting in jail cells and I would be like, Lord, please don't let that happen to me. I'm here.
Right.
Like, please, like, I'll never forgive myself.
Right.
So even when, like, there was one day we're at the house, my grandfather's in his bed and my grandmother's right there. And I'm sitting there, like, helping do stuff. And I'm all like, man, who would have ever thought I'd be the one here taking care of y'all like I am now? Both of them said at the same time. We knew it.
Yeah.
Towards like that acceptance of, even though we don't see those things in ourselves, they've always known. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather always called me his prodigal son, though.
Right.
Bro, I wanted to go see the lights. You know what I mean? Well, obviously, look, I decided to become a black tattoo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they brought you out here.
They saved my life.
Yeah.
Like I remember when they first moved me from LA, I was mad, bro. Like, I didn't want to be out here. Like, oh, no. But then again, like I tell people, I chose the thug life. The thug life did not choose me.
Yeah.
Bro, I wanted to be a gangster. And my age, because, you know, I turned 49 next month, bro.
How does that feel, dude?
It feels fucking awesome. It feels fucking awesome, bro. Great, bro. Like, it feels great. Like,
and you know what's crazy is I'm curious. I don't know if you've ever thought, and I'm sure it's hit your mind, if I were not where I am today as far as living this new lifestyle, how would I have aged with the old lifestyle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, would I hit 49?
Where I was at when I got sober, bro, like I can honestly say when I was out partying and drinking and doing everything, like, bro, like I was doing the most because a part of me didn't want to be. Or, bro, I was tired of always fighting. You know what I mean? I'm tired of always fighting. I'm tired of fighting for love. I'm tired of fighting for the recognition from my industry. I'm tired of fighting for like just acceptance. To where I was just like, I didn't give a fuck no more. Like legitimately, like I'm in a society where he's like, hey, do you care if you live or die? And he goes, no, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was a point in time where I legitly didn't. And with my sobriety, like I said the last time, sobriety came accountability. And I always reiterate that because like
last time,
every year I learn more about myself and gain this strength. Like you just learn to like give a fuck less. You know what I'm saying? And not like in a bad way. Like, all right, before, bro, I'll be out drinking, coke falling on my nose. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
obviously I do because I'm doing those things to hide my genuine feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that was another reason why I drank and did so many of the things that I did, bro, because I didn't want to feel.
Just trying to cope.
Yep. I didn't want to feel vulnerable. I didn't want to feel like, even though you're my boy, hey, bro, I love you. I wasn't doing that shit because when I was drinking and doing blow, it kept me numb. I got to be a guy. You know what I mean? Like, and with my sobriety, like the acceptance of this softness. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you see the world a totally different way. Like when you see the way Adam Sandler walks around dressed like that. Oh my God, why would he dress like that? This motherfucker is a millionaire. How can you have an opinion on
it's a raw individual, man.
It's just a matter of learning to be happy.
My 13-year-old bro, he's the size of me.
Oh, dude, my oldest boy, he's bigger than me.
A 12-year-old could choke me out, dude. You know, we're like rolling, and
Bro, I remember when they were like little. I met them when they were like little when I got the Virago.
Right. Dude, so I that picture of a grand opening, I was carrying them, and they had these little beanies, and I went to the stores one time, and I found that little beanie, and I told my son, I'm like, oh, I found your little monkey beanie.
Yeah.
And now, you know, if I'm not careful and he puts on a choke, rear naked choke, like, he'll put me out, dude. And he'll do it purposely, even though I'm tapping him. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have to knock your rib out real quick. Yeah. But it's that to me though. Talk about a second chance, man. I get a second chance with my daughters to because you're saying, yo, I'm on the family schedule too. Yeah, like you're trying to live that grandpa life now. Right?
Yeah, I've had my granddaughter. So my granddaughter, I've had her for the past 3 months, bro. So I got to really do some severe.
So are they here? Or
no, my granddaughter.
When she was born, right? Like
she turns on the 17th. She turns 3.
Okay.
My daughter, she had to do like a job change, and her shift was different. And I'm all, well, just leave her with me. Yeah. And my daughter's like, Dad, like, are you sure? Like, and I'm all like, look, this is my responsibility as a grandfather. You know what I mean? So like for the past 3 months, bro, I've been on Papa duty. It's been fun. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I'll be going back Monday.
Trying to see the start all over from that age too. It's quite wild, dude. You know?
I do not know how people nowadays can afford to have kids, bro.
It's crazy, dude.
I thought it was expensive with because my oldest is 30. I got 30, 27, 23, and then I think Buster's getting ready to turn 21, and then Bird's getting ready to turn 17, my youngest. Bro, going to Target and buying like diapers and wipes. And I'm like, what? And of course my daughter's like, well, she only eats organic bananas. and I'm all like, I can't even be mad because she got it from me.
I'm about to introduce beef jerky.
Man. And bro, it's been shout out to these parents out here nowadays with newborns, because after dealing with my granddaughter for 3 months, bro, I don't want none slipping past the goalpost. I'm thinking about getting snit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I don't know how people could afford it, bro.
And the nowadays, man, they're all like hyper stimulated.
Well, bro,
worse than we are, bro. I thought I had ADHD, bro.
Dude, my granddaughter will just spin.
Oh yeah.
Like she'll stand and like spin. She'll stare at her hand and spin. We'll go to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother's like, she's gonna fall on my granny, just leave her alone. That's what she do. And she's like, what am I? She'll just sit. Bro, if I let her, that little girl will spin for an hour straight. But it don't bother me. I'll put on super simple songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what none of that was until 3 months ago. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Baby Shark. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, she'll just sit there and like just spin. And it's so fascinating because like I'll call her Little Papa, because that little girl's she's her grandfather's granddaughter.
She's like
it definitely skipped a generation, because all my kids were good, but this little girl, you got to watch her. She thinks she's slick.
Oh yeah.
And I would tell her like, hey, you're not slick, Papa is.
Yeah.
And but dude, it has been such a blessing, like such a blessing. I'm grateful for the fact that financially I could afford to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? And
to make out that trip too, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like multiple times.
Yeah. Well, you know, I had to finally break down and get a grown-up car. I didn't drive my truck over. I've been driving that truck probably in about a year. Because
what are you rolling in now?
I got a fucking Kia Sorrento, bro. I got a soccer mom car. It's awesome. I love it, bro.
Those are fat. I'll take my daughter to school and stuff, and I'll just be waiting sometimes, and I see the mom vans, and I'm like, yeah, all right. I might get one. I roll in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, all right, so this was my first time ever buying a car.
Yeah.
From a lot, bro. Because you know me, I always had old schools. I think the only thing I ever bought brand new was when I bought my Dyna.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, dude,
it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one told me that it's an all-day process.
Oh, yeah. It's an all-day process. But
bro,
you're getting married. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
And then I'm sitting there and they're talking to me and I'm all, I don't understand anything you're saying.
Right.
Just get me in this car. My granddaughter's birthday was December 17th.
Okay.
So I bought it like, dude, I'm talking like 3 days before her birthday.
That's great.
And I'm all like, look, I just got to get a car. I said, this is all I want to spend.
This is the one I want?
Yeah.
How do we make this happen?
This is what I want to do, man. And they were like, all right. Man, they took care of me to do that a lot. I said, look, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Not with the bullshit. I never bought a car before. My credit's good. Like,
yeah,
let's get it done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, hey, bro, the dude was on it. His name was Jesse. Dude was solid. Took care of me.
Where was this from? Out there
in Tulare at Dance Discount, bro.
Shout out.
And shout out to Jesse at Dance Discount. Dude, he's like, I'm gonna get you in this car.
Yeah,
and I was like, look, I only want to spend this much. I only want my payments to be this much.
What can we do to like get this started?
Yeah. And then I told him, I said, look, bro, I want my payments to be like $300. He goes, hey, I know you're older, but that's not the reality no more. And I'm all, wait, what? He's like,
300.
He's
bro.
like,
it's
I'm
like,
all like, wait, what? He goes, like, bro.
That's an electric lawnmower nowadays, bro.
Yeah, he's like, hey, bro, this ain't the 90s no more, bro. He goes, you're not going to get a car for $300. He's like, I don't give a fuck how good your credit is.
Right.
You're not going to get a car. That's in the year
percentage
we're in.
is actually now 39.7.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
And I'm just like, fuck. Yeah. But he took care of me, bro. So I got that Sorrento, and dude, I love it. Like, even on my way over here, bro, I'm just cruising because this is the first time I drove over here without a worry. You know what I mean? Like,
I got my jumper cables, extra oil.
Yeah, like when I take the Chevy out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, all right, I got to make sure I watch all potholes because I got the 20s with the rubber band tires. Jumper box, I got extra fluid.
Like you put a little flow master on this Kia.
Like, hey, make sure everything's topped off before you. Oh, we're going to Sanger, so you gotta do that warm up. But
that's funny,
dude. It was so nice as I'm driving. Dude, I got the heater going, and I'm just listening to my music, looking at my map on the screen. I deserve this. Yeah, like, man, you did that. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I think sometimes we need to do that, bro. Pat yourself on the back sometimes.
Absolutely.
If you don't do it, how the fuck you expect anybody else to?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And like, I tell people that, like, bro, if you don't we live in a world where everybody wants the same thing. We all want to feel fucking relevant. We want to matter.
Right.
But how is it that, how are you going to learn to love me if I'm not showing you how I love myself?
Right.
So we live in a world where everybody's looking for something that they can't even give yourself. Hey, homie, if you can't love yourself, no one else loving you is going to help that. You got to learn to love you. You got to learn to put you first. What do I put at every post? Do what you love what you do. And for me, it's like, I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
with all, dude, so like, when do you feel like your first day of life started? And I'm not talking about when you're born. I'm not talking about, and it could be with
sobriety.
Sobriety. That's what I was curious. Yep. I was
like, when I got that day, I woke up, and you know, I quit cold turkey.
Yeah. Like,
I had like you know, that coming to Jesus moment everybody talk about. Yeah. So like growing up,
you saw Jesus on the cracker.
Like, dude, it's like growing up, you would hear people like, oh yeah, and God came to me. Yeah. I grew up in the church, bro. I ran from the church because my grandfather was a minister, bro. I ran from the church. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I felt this way, it was taken away from me being in the streets. So like, when I got sober, the day after I buried my brother, I woke up that morning, bro, and clear as day, it's like, I feel so crazy telling this story every time, but it's the truth. I woke up, bro, went to go get out of bed, and nothing was there. Then I hear this voice just talking to me. He told me, he's like, oh, Chris Barnett, you think you did all this? You didn't do it. I did it. And he told me, he's like, hey, you got to get it right or I'm going to take it all from you. And he was, bro, I was fucking up.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I mean, honest to God truth, bro, I was wilding the fuck out, bro. Like, you know, I had 2 TIAs. You know what I mean? Which is like mild heart attacks within 6 months of each other. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they took my license because like, well, we can't let you drive because what if you have another heart attack?
Right. Now
you know what I mean?
Now your liability on the road. Yep.
Yeah. And like God told me, he goes, look, the only reason you still here, Chris, and the only things you have is because your grandmother prayed real hard for you. He goes, your grandparents look out for you. Your grandparents prayed real hard for you. And I'm getting ready to call them home. So if you don't get it right before I call them home, you'll lose it all. He told me, I'll take it all from you.
You're living on someone else's prayer kind of thing.
You know what I mean? Like that Bon Jovi song. You know what I mean? Like he legitimately told me the only reason you have anything right now is because of how hard your grandparents pay for you. Like how hard they pray for you. And he goes, I'm getting ready to take them from you pretty soon, so you better get it right. Here we are. Coming up on 7 years. I lost both my. You know what I'm saying? Like to where it's just like.
So it's like if you didn't learn how to walk, bro, you're still gonna be crawling and you would have been.
Bro, I'd have been calling you like, hey, bro, I'm doing kind of bad right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, your boy's fucking up. Like,
damn.
Like, bro, no, for real. Like, and that's honest to God true, bro. I would have lost it all. I was fucking up.
Yeah.
I was fucking up. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because you know how it is with us. I'll make money. Da-da-da-da. Well, you got to show up for your appointments to be there, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be 2 hours away. Oh, yeah, I'm on my way right now and expect a motherfucker to sit there and wait for an hour for you to get there. And, like, bro, I was just really fucking up. So, like, I can honestly say for me, my sobriety is where, like.
That was where you felt day one.
I finally started living for me.
So you said what? Going on 7 years?
Yeah, next September will be 7 years.
So like that's what I mean. How many more 7 years do we have left at a span? That's something though. I sit down and when you see that real life reflection, bro, I was like, all right, I can't tell you when my first, day started in like my day one in the industry, because I could tell you, like, if I ask you, what are some of the greatest moments? Let's just reflect on the year, right? We're closing out the year. What would you say one of the best years of doing this, and also like what this year brought versus then? Let's think about your highest year, right? The year that you're just like, yo, this is one of the best moments in the industry for me. This year was banging. And then where we are today, 2025, this whole year, how was this year compared to that? How were those bright moments, the bright sides, and then also like these learning crazy experiences? Because it's hard for me to say, like, I was like, yeah, how much we have left? You know what I mean?
Honestly, for me, I learned this, and this helps me get by. Look for the lesson and you'll find a blessing. Again, I believe in God, and I've had to accept the fact that anything that he does to me or anything that happens to me, he's not doing it to hurt me. You know what I mean? No different than like, hey, bro, if I was tattooing at your shop and I was coming in fucking up and you pulled me to the side like, hey, bro, I love you. You're better than this. You're not scolding me because like you don't care about me. You're trying to show me something. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I always say, if you look for the lesson, you'll find a blessing. Like with the acceptance of that, bro, like my bad days this year were better than my bad days prior to me being sober.
When you were thinking you're at the top.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's such a reality check, because when I look at things that I went through, right, this year I faced greater adversities than I did when I was out there partying, but I let those affect me more than it does now, because I finally fucking believe in something. Not only do I believe in something, guess what? I also believe in me now. Right. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. Like,
I feel so. What's your purpose now compared to then?
Hey, my grandfather, my mama used to always say, "Hey, somebody wish they had your problems, homie." Like somebody wish they had your problems. I wake up, I get out of bed, I walk to the bathroom, and then you get some people already like, "Oh my God, already today." Guess what, bro? There's somebody that wish they could sit up. There's somebody that wish they could walk to the bathroom. It's a motherfucker that wish they could talk about their problems instead of having to use their hands to talk about it. So like, once you accept the fact that like somebody's always got it worse than you, it kind of makes your problems a little less heavy.
Like, what are you complaining about?
Like, what the fuck are you complaining about? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, like, lost my grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there was somebody this year that lost their grandfathers, their mom and their dad. It could have been a horrible accident. So how can I allow that to deter me from wanting to be a better person? So I've looked at it like, which death has always been my Achilles heel, homie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody died in my life before. It was like, oh God, oh, hey, why are you treating me like this? Well, you're drunk, being belligerent. Well, you know, my first grade teacher's baby mama's cousin's next door neighbor just died, and why are you acting like this? And I'm just trying to. Everyone
handles death different, man. And that's another thing.
I've had to learn to be like, look, especially depending on what you believe in. Like, all right, both my grandfathers were God-fearing men, so I know where they at. Both my brothers that passed away and allowed me to get sober, they were better people than me. You know what I mean? So I can't sit here and say, well, why did you take them? Because they were better people than me. They deserve to be here and not me. Wait a minute, why would you want your people to love still be here, homie? Right. This world is horrible. People are despicable now, bro.
It's crazy.
Like, despicable. So instead of looking at death as a way of like, why would you take them? Why would you still want them here? They not in no more pain. They not suffering. And like, I don't know if you, bro, I want to go see the streets paved with gold. So if anything, when I lose somebody now, I'm to the point like, hey, bro, I'll see you when I get there.
You know, you're the best thing you could have done too is to be in charge of the home care versus putting someone in a hospice center. Because you know how they say, man. And unfortunately, it's just a job to them. I know so many people that do that, and you know, bless your heart, you guys are amazing. But there are, I mean, that's not your family ties.
Me personally, right. I tip my hat to these men and women who do this hospice care, because
it's tough, dude.
You have to console someone and help take care of their dying relative, bro. Like, in this process was not going through hospice and finding the right nurses and the right people to deal with it, because all right,
It's like if they're being too hard to handle, let me give grandma a little more morphine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, or like just the way some of these nurses will come in and my grandmother like, oh, well, they here for 10, 15 minutes. They're not even doing nothing. I'm like, well, do you want them gone? Well, yep, they're gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just that whole process. And again, like with me traveling back and forth, like Angel was very, very understanding of the fact of like, hey, bro, I have to take care of my grandma right now. Like I have to, like I'm all they got. You know what I mean? So he was very understanding about that. Didn't give me a hard time at all about like, hey, bro, well, I haven't seen you and da-da-da-da-da. So again, shout out to Angel for that, man. I appreciate that because, bro, you know how our industry is. There's some people that have been like, well, you know what, bro, I get it. You're having problems with your family, but I need to make money off of you and da-da-da-da-da. And he wasn't like that, bro. Like he held it down because, dude, watching both my grandfathers go through what they go through, bro, like it did something to me.
Yeah.
Like I legitly felt like this shift into the elder position. Like I got this new sense of like taking care of my grandmother. You know what I mean? Like my perspective on things. Like, all right, not yesterday, but the day before, bro, we had to go to Fresno to take her to an audiologist. And then after that, I had to take her to go look for new furniture. Yeah, bro, you know what it was like spending the whole day with my grandmother from that generation and the way furniture looks nowadays, bro, she was complaining about everything. It's all tacky. But I take it, bro. And like, she always tells me like, I hate to dump on you. I hate to do this. And I tell her, I'm like, no, it's not a problem. I said, hey, I owe it to you because we lived in South Central. My grandmother worked in Long Beach at a bank. So here I am at school acting up and I'm all like, nope, I owe it to you because you would have to leave work in the middle of the day, drive all the way back to South Central because I want to be a jackass at school. So I can't complain about it. Right. I got to take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think once you accept that, like that second coming of life and knowing like, hey, this is your job now, bro, it transitions easy. But you just got to make sure you keep that mind right.
So with that parallel to tattooing, how does that also give you this whole, where am I at in the business? With this reality check of how much more time do we have left, this and that, like you're still keeping checks and balances as far as like your clients and stay on top of the business, but also not reaching burnout point. The obvious is you've seen people left and right are dropping right now. It's bizarre, bro.
It's sad, bro.
A lot of artists that are leaving the industry or are forced to leave the industry or because of where we are with the economy, overhead changes. And something where it's like, well, how many times can my landlord jack the price up? I didn't even know I can get an extra, I started at, my rent back in the day was like 600. Now I'm like, and it's like.
Well, I mean, I tell a lot of people like, all right, one thing that like has really been beneficial for me, like is, especially learning from my grandfathers, like, bro, if you got an opportunity to buy the spot that you want, buy the spot that you want.
Right.
I've learned to appreciate my clients in a different way. I could say with everything that's going on, like I've learned to appreciate them because like not all tattoo artists, but there are some tattoo artists out there like, oh, these motherfuckers are lucky. No, do you realize like if it wasn't for my clients, bro, I bought a house. You know what I mean? Like couldn't tell you how many vehicles and motorcycles. So I've learned gratitude, I guess you could say, and an appreciation for what they allow us to do. I've learned to think like, oh, these people are coming and they're sitting and they're giving me more money than an hour than anyone in my family has ever seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I've learned to appreciate that more and like, and have more gratitude towards my clients and realizing like, I'm the lucky one that they sitting in my chair. They not lucky that they sitting in my chair.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gave me a newfound respect and love for my industry. And bro, I love my clients. I got some of the best clients.
Yeah, especially nowadays you hear getting a haircut, going to get a tattoo is luxury things.
It is.
It really isn't like a necessity like oil change. Without that oil change, that car's going to break down.
Guilty pleasures.
Right. And so it's like, what is the world going to turn into? Now we got the spite of AI. Every industry has its own effects with AI, with the robot taking over in the industry.
Do you use that stuff?
So like I've had this conversation with another artist. I like using it with the practicality use. I mean, we've been using AI.
Yeah.
Since the iPad.
Yeah.
That's an AI, right? If you want to go that deep with it, our phone is AI, right? But now the shift of AI is to now physically be in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm listening into the whole, what it can do, and it does it has us on some things.
Yeah.
Right. It takes us out on okay, we can't get to the molecular, the dermal, like it's doing by the precision. We have accuracy, right? As artists, we kind of have that, how they say, developed skill, but the robot now will but just don't move. Yeah. There's always that downside.
And I think that's where we come into play because we know how to all right, for me, all right, when you're tattooing people in a certain area, and as you're getting to it, all right, I got to be prepared for them to move because this is an area that's commonly known for this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if you're working on a sleeve and you're getting up into this area closer to the armpit, I got to be prepared and pay attention to their breathing patterns and all those things. All right, for me, a computer can't do that.
Right.
We could predict that because we know
it's still pretty micro right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we can kind of predict where a person's gonna hurt the most. Or then you get that one weirdo to where you're just in their armpit. Hey, you good? Right. Oh yeah, bro, I'm trying not to laugh right now. Fuck you.
You know what I mean? You do some therapy, boy.
We have that, we can predict that. And I think I don't think.
Well, there's a response to reaction time that you develop.
Because you get to a point where you're bro, at this point, you're pushing everything out. We're wasting both our time.
Right.
And I'm not going to waste your time or mine for what? Some fucking money?
And it's hard because then the energy of the tattoo shows. You can tell it's tough, man. There's recently a session inner forearm, bro. More and more people are starting to, and I'm like, it's pinchy, dude. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I've never had to explain this to anybody. I've never had to sit down and explain it because it asks
what about this one? Have you noticed in the past, let's say just 5 years, that people are almost not as, I don't want to use the word tough, but their pain tolerance is not like how it used to be.
It diminished. I don't know what. Dude, I was like, is it me? I was like, bro, I sat down one time and I'm like, I don't have a heavy hand, do I?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm all,
bro, wait
a minute.
I'm I was second guessing. I know I'm not going in hard, bro.
See,
it's healing smooth.
See, but then that goes how deep you want to go, with the way people eat now, their diets, all that shit. But bro, I've noticed that people don't normally sit as long as they used to, bro. Because I remember back in the day, you had motherfuckers sitting like rocks for you're not gonna break me. I'm gonna keep tattooing you. Yeah. And now you're I get it, you're done, but how?
It's funny, bro. I called it on a client. He was turning white on me, bro, and maybe his second tattoo. And homeboy wants to go gung-ho, bro. He wants to go big old shot, you know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, is this your only tat? The piece you have on your foot? Yeah, this is my only one. I was like, okay. Mind you, we're kind of blinders.
Yeah.
We're on our own. We're on the arm. And I could just read, and I don't know, man. This is weird,
well, it's how we were talking about AI. You could feel it.
I damn near opened crackers for him. I was like, I got you.
How many people have you had pass out on you in your whole career?
A few, yeah.
Really? I've only had one.
Oh, really?
In 21 years, coming up on 21, I've only had one person pass out on me.
You know why, though? A lot of those have been at conventions. At conventions, people have passed out on me. Okay. More than at shop. At shop, bro, one time, one girl really got and I was surprised it was a female client because they are the ones they usually make us look bad. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest with you. In my years of doing this, all right, they will complain more than men do, but I've had women clients that'll sit way longer than any of my male clients. I'm sorry.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But then I tell them oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, well, you guys are scientifically, y'all got to have babies and stretch and do all kind of stuff. So you guys have a higher pain tolerance. You guys will complain more, right. But they will sit for hours. I had a girl one time, first tattoo ever, bro, on her ribs, 10 hours.
Oh,
I was mad because I felt demasculated.
Right.
She's oh, how am I doing? I'm all better than I would.
You just made me feel. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my face tattooed again now.
Yeah. The reason why I say okay, so at conventions, people damn near have had that exorcist vomit, bro, and we're just dude, what's going on? Because I've never seen. We got one trash can from the little trash cans they give you at conventions. And then we're just this happened in New York, bro.
Wow.
One of the homies, I was tattooing him and the other guy, he was facing the guy next to him. He was his back and the artist was next to him. So homeboy's like this and he just yaks where the guy not on his back, but it was that direction and got dude's shoe. Oh, and we're hey, yo, we just we got the trash can. We're like, oh, shoot. Wow. But they didn't say nothing. They don't say, I'm feeling funny or, hey, bro, give me a second. And before they get to give me a second, I feel like if you can catch it, you're like, you know what, bro? Turn the light off.
Yeah.
Cool off, man. Just get a little, you're a radiator, bro. You're heating right now.
Yep.
You're going to pop, bro. So that recently that happened. I don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hold on, brother.
Hey,
yeah,
bro. Yeah.
Real quick. I don't even say, hey, man, you're about to, I don't want to put the focus on, because now.
Well, because then their brain's going to realize it. And like, yeah.
Is this happening? I don't say, I turn the light off. Hey, have you eaten? You know?
Yeah,
you
like,
want something to eat
today? You want something to eat?
Yeah, I got some. You want to borrow something? You know what I mean? Replenish them. But the one time that happened really bad, this girl she had to lay down on the floor at the shop.
Oh, wow.
And she felt better, came back on the chair, and which I get it. This is even not to like knock on her. It's just that some people's tolerances get. Yeah. But nowadays, I've been noticing that sessions they're not like after 4 or 5 hours, dude. You see defeat. Well,
it's crazy because you remember back in the day, bro, especially like the Shree Shop days, bro. You have people come in there 8 o'clock at night and sit till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. That's not happening no more.
Guys that are putting you through the test. Yeah. You're like, bro, this guy's testing my limits.
Yeah, there were some times where I'd be like, they're like, hey, bro, you still tattooing? I'm like, man, this motherfucker don't want to tap. I'm all like, And what's crazy is back then, we weren't even doing hourly rates. We were doing flat rates. So you're like,
straight up. So
bro, I charge them. Yeah, like, dude, I charge them $500. I've been tattooing.
I got shafted on this deal, bro. Yeah.
And then now that we go by the hour, motherfuckers only want to sit for 2 hours. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
It's where like, man, I should have charged them a flat rate of that.
It's crazy how some guys come in and they're like, oh,
you got a pisser?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we'll take a break. Before we get into the next stuff, I guess we should shout out these peeps. A huge shout out to Helios for artists. They're doing $25 per box.
There you go.
So artists, if you guys are looking to restock supplies, hit up Helios, $25 a box, all cartridges through the end of the year. Industry Inks, they still have the code, their online website code. If you guys are stocking up on inks, it's still out loud. Just use that on checkout.
There you go.
They have 30% off if you use the code. So if you guys are into the inks, check them out. Use code out loud. Good Judy too. Those guys hit it. So have you ever heard of Good Judy? Mm-mm. My boy Willard put me on. Shout out to Willard over there at Iktomi Tattoo.
Minnesota, where Prince is from. Atmosphere is from Minnesota too. Yeah.
Yep. Atmosphere. So Good Judy, Eco Tattoo Supplies, bro.
Oh, wow.
So I know some shops that do, but they want to run an eco-friendly shop. Like why? Like less waste.
Which each their own. Like, hey, I don't blame you.
But it's smart too.
Yeah,
think of how much have we wasted, bro, with paper towels. We're like, you're kind of looking at the artist next door. You're like, hey, you got a whole pillow.
Or like when you got a shop full of artists and you provide supplies and you're like, hey, bro, like you use like 30 paper towels to put down that stencil, bro. Like,
one tat is a box of gloves. Yeah. Like, real, bro. Dude.
And you know me, like I'm like a dirty hippie anyway, so I like eco-friendly stuff. Like everything I use, like all my inks and stuff, I try to use everything that's all. I'm a weirdo. I don't eat beef or pork either.
Yeah, so they started in Canada.
Oh wow!
And now their shop I believe they opened a warehouse in Chicago. They had issues with shipping, right?
Okay.
But dude, all this, look at the cartridges. It's like biodegradable.
Oh wow!
Composite cartridge. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Look at the inside, dude. Like everything is like specific for Go Green. Literally everything from packaging. You see that?
Yeah.
Trip, huh?
That's wild, dude. Hell yeah.
And so, but one thing is that Willard mentioned was when I went to their shop, because I did an episode of those boys, and all native shop. For the most part, everyone in there is native, dude.
Oh, that's what's up.
Crazy to see. You want to talk about like, you know how our shops are tribes, right? We're a community.
Yeah.
That shop is like together.
Like they're like a unit.
They are a force.
Wow. That's
their
dope,
artwork was so dope, dude. Like,
which is so rare nowadays for shops, because most shops nowadays is every man for themselves.
So you mentioned how when I first met you, you had the traditional graffiti thing and you kind of wore that. You carried that.
Yeah.
Okay, when you see the indigenous artists and tribal members and like this shop specifically, because I've met homies on the road that they're natives and from Arizona and stuff.
Yeah.
But these guys are like, you see their artwork and it has like healing, it has story.
Oh wow.
That's the best way I could explain it.
Yeah.
That to me was inspiring as hell. When you go to a convention or guest spot at a shop, you get inspired. You get like a spark of motivation. Like this here, I'll tell you this much. Next week, my next pieces like tomorrow are going to be that much more
inspiring,
motivating the work because I just had a one-on-one with a homie artist. And
I'm looking forward to my appointment tomorrow because I'm all like,
so you get that recharge. That's what it is. So having combos with artists too on the podcast. That's like my little dopamine hit of chopping it up with another artist.
Yeah.
I went to their shop and I was just like, oh man, it reinvented a lot for me. I was like, all right, I gotta get home and
you ever think about having other artists come in with you, or you're just like you're
I do, bro. It's just one of those things that.
Well, how do you feel about this new what's the nicest way I could put this new generation of tattooers?
Okay. I have a lot of thoughts on that. Artists that have been more than 10, 15 years in.
Yeah.
Have the same thought, but then they have the same response or the same feedback to it.
Yeah.
So Randy came out from Oklahoma, Monday Malarkey.
Okay.
The whole, the funny tattoo memes and stuff. He lived in AZ and he was tattooing, but we went to go eat tacos and we were just kind of, I'm talking to him like I'm talking to you, like you guys could tell me stories for days. He had stories 4 days, bro. We're sitting there talking and that stuff I couldn't record. There's no way we could record that. And I'm not saying that he's this, he's that.
But still,
that's the most sacred thing that I'm like, you're talking to a guy that he has the knowledge of, and this isn't even a gatekeeping mentality. I'm just thinking like,
I hate that term.
Somebody, right. Someone's going to take, if I were to record this conversation, they're going to, like where we are today, they will take this and rewrite it as something. And the internet that's why a lot of guys, so I have Sayer, he's from LA. He has a new stencil gel cream that he just created. And he's like, hey, and I told him, bro, it's not political at all. I don't want to sit here and be on a podcast and this is going to be an industry and politics. And I was like, bro, he's like, yeah, because the internet is there's a bunch of lames out there. I was like, yeah.
Man, everyone forgot our roots.
Mm-hmm.
Like our roots of like how grimy tattooing used to be, bro. You could not open up a shop. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the OG shop. Your shop's been here the longest.
But like, Chris, we got to go do some work tonight, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, some dudes opened up a shop. Yeah. Did they come over and introduce themselves or talk to you or let you know they were opening up a shop?
Right.
Nope. What time we riding?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like now, it's not even like that, bro, because I can't even tell you how many shops are in Tulare and Visalia right now.
Right.
Like legitimately, like which, hey, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle to each his own. Like, hey, handle it.
Yeah.
But like,
it's a peaceful time.
We've forgotten about how it used to be,
it's a peaceful
bro.
Time, dude. In the industry,
a little too peaceful because some of us is getting away with shit to where like,
dude,
I see some people like, $30 tattoos. I really want to know how the fuck can you afford to do a $30 tattoo? Like how? Not only that, like you're an artist giving a percentage. How can you like give away?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so like I love Angel to death. And one of the things that me and Angel, like, not that we like disagreed on, but I had a hard time accepting because he'd be like, hey, bro, we got those books up front. How come you don't ever push those? And I'm all, what books? He goes, these ones right here. And it's like
flash stuff? Or?
Yeah, like $50 tattoos, $30 tattoos. And I'm all, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, bro, you want me to do a $50 tattoo and give away a percentage of it? Like,
so that's where it kind of correlates with this whole, where are we today? Having the conversation with Randy, he had a lot to say, bro. And I was like, unfortunately, and this is kind of his own. He's like, he gets on a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah.
He has his own. My podcast is with a bunch of OG. His dude, if he has reputable artists that are like the OG times in the area, he said, people think I'm a large operation, like Workhorse Irons or something. He's like, it's literally my garage shop. It's like you doing the RC in your garage and thinking it's like a huge, no, man, I'm customer service on this, right? His daughter is in the drill press.
Yeah.
Wifey is wiring power supplies.
Oh, wow.
Bro. And the kids, I think his daughters helped paint some of he brought me a machine, one of the machines he's made.
Oh, wow.
Sick coil, bro. Nacho Libre on the coils.
I miss coils.
Yeah, dude. So
like, I'm not gonna, like, I mean,
bro,
I love the convenience of the pins now, which I've been FK irons. Shout out to I love my FK irons.
Using the flux, right?
Yeah. I love that machine, but bro, it's so weird being in the shop and just not hearing that. Yeah. It was something about like walking into a shop and hearing that sound and the smell of green soap.
Right. So he. When I knew we were going to shoot together, I set up a power supply.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to bring machines and he's had power supplies and stuff. So he rolls in with like 2 Pelican cases and he lays out 1, 2, 3, 4 of those foam pads that are in the cases full of machines, power supply. He had I think he went on the road with like 300 or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, like 100 each, in each case. And I was like, that he showed me a bunch, and then I was like, you know what? Something about liners. I just like collecting. I have shaders that I coil machines, but something about liners of a coil, I just always love. I was like, what do you got with liners? So and then he had this Nacho Libre mint green on the coils, right? And that was the one. So I was like, I'm taking this guy. He's
what
like,
do coil machines go for now?
I think it all depends with a builder, obviously. Yeah. So that's the perspective, but his start around 450.
Oh, that's not bad, though.
That's not bad. And you're getting something that's built.
Handmade.
That's the key. He said, you know what? Every coil I sell is guaranteed kind of thing. Yeah. And you can't beat that versus a manufactured something, right? Like a pen, let's just say, or a mass-produced pen where, you know, there's software inside of batteries bound to give out. Electricals inside of the little mother circuit board can shorten out. Something happens, accidentally drop it, bro.
Your battery stopped working.
You drop a coil, change the tube, change the needle, put it back on, fire it up.
Use a coil for a weapon and then tattoo with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I miss coils, bro. Like I really do. I still have my machines. I'll never get rid of my coils because I got a pretty fucking dope ass collection. Of coil
I got
machines.
a sick little, like a few toolboxes full of coils. Dude.
Like
I open those up just once in a while just to be like, oh, I forgot. Oh, this is I can tell you every single moment I've acquired that coil in this, like, you know, since
I still have my old man Terry machines.
Yeah,
I still have my old man Terry machines.
Right.
I have a next generation machine, the one with the side plates on both sides.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? Like my Norm machine that I got. My Norm. I got my Norm.
My Norm, dude. So I have those. If I were to
mine's a liner.
A shelf. Yeah, I have a. If I had a shelf of like these are my shelf liners. A Norm is up there. Yeah. My Mickey Sharps.
Oh yeah,
my Mickey.
I got
Sharps.
my Paco.
Paco Rollins.
I got my Paco. Which man, is he still making machines? You put in an order, he would call you. Hey, what do you want this motherfucker to do? You know what I mean? Like, and he would like, oh yeah, you wanted to do this, you wanted to do that. Like, Paco was cool, man.
Tattoo machines, Asheville, North Carolina. So built a lot. Yeah. Have you ever done his seminar?
No.
So yeah, he does have stuff here, huh?
Oh hell yeah, that's what's up. Shout out, bro. He's still doing it. Hell yeah.
So okay, I think this is what he was. Randy was talking about Paco Rollins, his tuning, his manual, because. The reason how he came out was he was doing a seminar in Anaheim with a few heads of artists. Yeah. They signed up for the seminar, and this isn't a machine building seminar. This is literally like the science behind them. Let's talk about and let me answer questions you guys have, because I'm sure your mentors, your mentors' mentors, all at this time and day started with the pen. I tattooed another artist. She's a newer artist.
Yeah.
You know, we're in conversation. And I'm like, what are you starting with right now? Oh, I got one of those pen looking ones. And then that just, okay, you and I, we just know where to place. I'm not going to sit here and be like, have you ever used the single coil, 14 wraps, the 14-1 coil? Those things are slappers, dude. I have one that it looked like a rotary. People would see that machine and they'd be like, is this a rotary?
Like the old school cam ones? How the cam
one coil.
Yeah.
It's a 14 wrap.
Yep.
You know, they're usually 8 wraps, right? And so it's a 14 wrap because it's one chunky little, but it had a upright spring.
Oh wow!
With the armature bar that was like curved forward, so it was smacking like this.
You know how many tattoo artists that are like good tattoo artists now, but have no idea what armature bar is?
Yeah,
like for real. Like some of the stuff that we're talking about, like they'd be oblivious. Like, what's an armature bar?
So he was talking about this book that Paco has. I guess he would bring this over when he would do a seminar, because I did one of his seminars, and you're building it and you're getting it, but in the end you get a Paco's Rollins, right? It's his frame, it's literally like a kit, and he had something similar to this, but now, you know, Randy doesn't have this. Randy had an actual, like, one of these machines that he acquired, thin little tube.
Yeah,
like, I didn't even want to touch it, not because like I was like, bro, this is like the Ark of the Covenant kind of thing.
Yeah, like.
So I'm like, bro, how'd you get this?
He said the Ark of the Covenant. I like that one.
Bro, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, like to where you're like, what?
It's like, yo, he had it like in this wicked looking box. It had.
You open it up, the light just comes up with it too. It starts glowing. You're like,
he's like, yeah, you want to see some shit, you know? And I'm like, yeah, dude. Right, it's one of those. We go to his truck. And he opens it, and he had this because he sets this up when he does a seminar. Yeah. He's like, guys, this is history, and you guys don't know nothing about it. The box is wicked, man. It had hand drawn by pen art. He opened it, and he had the machine like this. It's one of those things that it's in like the tattoo museum, right? Like those kind of machines that are like thin tubes. I mean, you're looking at it, and like the coils had a certain look. The everything looked very. To me,
vintage,
I was just like, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a true, right? He had some crazy stuff, man. He has some dope knowledge. But so he was doing a seminar out there, and he's like, I've seen Paco's setup, like these books. He's like, I don't do what he does. I don't have this like manual of giving people, here it is. No, he says, I do have stuff where people can build their own machine, like the workhorse things. Or like these, but like parts, like, these... People see this and like, how do you?
Oh yeah, like
which way's which?
Yeah,
right.
Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Or
So,
man, it's crazy.
So he's out there giving knowledge. He's out there, spreading the word of tattooing, bro. He's giving the good word of tattooing. He's out there, helping artists understand.
Well, even with like, all right, like when you see something with like the O-rings on the springs, there were some artists that were like, you don't need an O-ring on your spring. You know what I'm saying? You remember those days? Like
I popped O-rings off of mine because people would tell me that.
Like, you don't need an O-ring on your spring.
Oh, you're right. It does smack harder, but you're about to rip through that skin, dude. So springs, this is a science in itself. A flat spring.
Or cut back. And like, dude.
Or the singles that it's just one long spring and you have to, but it has like the length of where you can just trim it.
Trim it, yeah.
But you don't have it split like this where, before you had a jig, how many times you had to hold it into your fingertips to try to tighten it?
Yeah, dude. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, and the thing that I loved about coils is like, when your machine wasn't acting right, you could fix it. Right. If you had the knowledge of your coil machine. But with these pins, bro, if something happens with one of my pins, guess what I got to do? Order another one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
send some to get serviced.
And then like, oh, well, do you got another one in the meantime? Because you can't not tattoo.
Like, you know even this to me, bro, I don't know about you, but when I see this here, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't look straight. That looks straight to you? If you from this angle, dude,
it looks like it's kind of like
but because it was hard, they probably just for the picture, put it together,
put it real quick,
yeah. But I remember having those offset weirdo, and not
where you be like, what the hell is it? And you go to look at your machine, and you're like, oh, my shit's off right here. Off. That's why, like,
or like the actual where the contact screw was like off to the side right here,
instead of like right in the center of the spring.
Eating at the spring, and you're like, oh,
you get that little notch off to the side because it wears it thin.
That stuff, but that was the golden age, man. That was the good days of. That's where it all counted because your tattoo then showed that all right, your machine was acting right.
Oh yeah. Now, well, that's even like how I said too. Like, all right, my thing would be like, if you never order from Cam Supply or you don't know what hook spalding is, you can't be on my show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
so to that fact, also, how many people do you think would come on though, and how many guests do you think it would be kind of? I feel like it'd be hard to find because a lot of OGs, some guys that are OG that kind of respectfully declined to get on. I understood why. Yeah. Because it was something where it's like, it's maybe because they don't have a filter of they're just gonna ruin the episode or probably get you banned, get you flat, things like this, or start the ripple effect of the hate.
Yeah. And then it's one of those things to where like I'm not all right. So with all things, just like, all right, when I was younger, you had the older cats that were looking at us like, oh, you fucking kids are fucking shit up. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do it in that aspect. I just want to like, let's remember where this all started. I'm talking like the Pike, Good Time Charlie. You know what I mean? Like that foundation of it, like, of like knowing, like, I'm sorry, like, even if you're a modern day tattoo artist, you should still know what it's like to tattoo with a coil. Right. No, even if you only did it one time, like, hey, bro, you should know how to rebuild a coil because that is the history of our craft. So how can you say you genuinely love something without knowing where it started or its history or its past?
So you met Becca, my old
yeah.
Okay, so when I apprenticed her, that was my first apprenticeship. That I was like, I tell people she was successful, and I'll tell you why. Had nothing to do with male female, because I've had other male artist apprentice that were, I don't want to say they didn't make the cut, but I do feel like there were some requirements with that old mindset that we're coming in. It's not even where it is today. This is back in 2015.
Yeah.
Let's just say, even at that year, right? If you want to put a bar of everything beyond this border.
Well, I mean, we were still using coils.
Right. So if you were to talk to her, you would think she had a very requirement traditional apprenticeship. But after a while, she switched right to pen because I started using the pen.
Yeah.
But she did start on a coil. And she had to learn up to the points where I had to teach her about throw and that's stuff that I was real grateful to even know that stuff. I was so grateful. Yeah. We're lucky.
Very, very.
Like me to you, I'm lucky to have the homie that you started off, even you have towered over me with when you started. So I'm very fortunate to even know a bit of that end.
Yeah.
To transition into the 15s to the 20 from 15 with 5 years, dude. From 2015 to 2020. Who would ever thought?
Yeah.
After this bar,
it took me a while to switch to pen.
Yeah.
It took me a while. Took me a while. You know who actually converted me to it was Sketch, actually.
Okay.
Sketch was all like, hey, bro.
What was his argument with the pen? How did he?
For me, what he told, he was like, hey, bro, he goes, hey, I know why you don't want to use a pen because of the stuff that I taught you. And the things that I showed you coming up. But he goes, hey, bro, it makes our job easier.
It's practical.
And I'm just like, and he goes, look, take this one. Just try it. And it was a wrap. Bro, not only that, it got hard. I needle on a bar.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it all right, it got needle on a bar for a while was more expensive than cartridges.
Right.
I mean, now cartridges are.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to those companies that gave out them props, bro.
Because like how I was saying earlier, you see people advertising $30 Tuesdays.
Yep.
I legitly want to pull up to those shops sometimes and go hey, no hate, no nothing, but how can you afford to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they figured something, and it's not even in a hate sense. I'm like, hey, did you figure something out, or are you okay with just taking a loss? There's some people who are like, hey, bro, you know what? I'm okay with taking that loss.
So that's where I understand about big major companies, and a lot of artists started fighting against those Bezos, and now you're buying into the industry, and now we're all hating that company you bought where we used to love.
Yeah.
What did you turn it into, right?
True. Yeah.
Versus the guys that are the companies that are standalone and they are from artists, by artists, for artists, right? Kind of thing. And they understand and they see this shift of economy. And like I mentioned before, the people that are dropping, and it's kind of names. Some guys that have, they're artists. There's no reason they shouldn't
be. Yeah,
you shouldn't, right? But then those guys are you know what? Let's look out for the artists.
Yeah.
How can we make production of the needles of these cartridges and be able to help the artists where it's not as you're the owner of the shop.
Yeah.
And like you were mentioning earlier, an owner that isn't understanding with the family stuff going on is hey, I still need my cut.
You know what I mean?
Rent.
Yep.
You feel me? Versus hey, you know what? Don't pay me this month, bro. I got you. Or you pay me when you can, or let's just, a certain point, let's change percentages.
Well, I mean, that's how we used to be at shops though.
Yeah.
We were legitimately, we would look out for each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And at some point in time, there was a shift to where you have motherfuckers in the shop competing all right, the way I was taught,
cutthroat.
Yeah, all right, my style is different than your style.
Right.
So if somebody came in there and they wanted something that I knew was your style, I was taught, hey, you know what? Let me get my boy Omar up here. He'll have fucking fun with this.
I saw that in the Bay.
You know what I mean? But now you get some motherfuckers bro, I see some artists that I personally know, and they'll post a picture of something that they done, and I'm all, that was way out of your comfort zone, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, it's not a bad tattoo, but you should have passed that because I know there's somebody sitting right next to you that could have done that better, but you was worried about getting that little bit of fucking money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And at what point did that get compromised? You know what I mean?
So that was also when I was asking you, how are you keeping yourself honed in with what you're doing, staying true to yourself and being honest?
Oh, I never go outside I never fucking, I stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Like I stay in my lane. Like, all right, there are a lot of people.
That system is building exactly what you have going on right now.
That's how I've been in the game for so long, bro. Like, and even when I had a shop full of people, as much as stuff that they wanted to do that was different, I'm all, look, you guys listen to anyone, please listen to me. You have to make your own lane and stay in it. And that's what I did. That's how I've managed to be successful in the town that I established my career in and been in for the past 20 years because I made my own lane and stay in it. Like, if there was somebody that came in there and they really wanted something that I knew, like, hey, would it be nice to get that good chunk of change from them? Fuck yeah, but they got to walk around with that fucked up work because I did something outside of my comfort zone. Hyper realism, black and gray portraits.
Cybersigilalism.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. My personal opinion, nobody in Tulare County is better than black and gray realism, photorealism, hyperrealism, whatever the fuck you want to call it, than Joseph Cabela.
Yeah, Joseph is a monster.
Like that. And this is why I say that. Because this dude is continually improving his, like, continuous, bro. Like, if he's not posting a tattoo, he's posting a fucking painting. Artwork, whether it be oil, digital. He just took that seminar with
that's what I'm gonna talk to him about. I'm gonna talk to him about all that.
And that's why when people come to me, they're like, hey, I could do anything I put my mind to, but there are some things I just don't want to do because I don't like that added pressure. But you give somebody like Joseph, like, hey, this is a portrait of my grandmother or my grandfather. Like, if you came to me like, hey,
and
bro,
now stepping it up with the color. Incorporating color, I'm like,
I'm sorry, like,
you about to be forced to be reckoned with, my boy. Like,
I will say this to anybody.
I'm excited to get us all together, dude.
Like, I will say this to anybody in Tulare, and you can come to my shop if you got a problem with it. Hands down, Joseph Cabela is the best artist in Tulare. Like, hands down, bro. And that's no hate. Like, in anybody that has ever worked with him,
that's giving him flowers, man.
Yeah, bro. And like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and the thing is, he does the same thing. Like, all right, when I got my job in Arizona, he was all like, Angel's like, hey, I'm gonna call Joseph and I'm gonna call him. And Joseph told him like, hey, no, Chris Slicc is an OG. He's a solid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Joseph came in to Legends and was like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get my foot in the door. And I'm all, hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. These white boys barely hire me off my apprenticeship. I wish I could help you, but I can't, bro. But like, don't give up. Like, don't quit. Like, and the dude, he genuinely wants to be the best version of an artist he can be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's his passion.
He's one of the guys that's, I'll tell you what, everybody have had on, this is going to be episode 46 or whatever. I don't know where we're at, but think about it now. When we did our show, that was, let's just say it was episode 5 or 6, right? To 46 is wild to me, but every single person that's been on that's an artist, they've all been just a genuinely solid person that you ask me who would any of those 40-some cats, I would have in my shop 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wouldn't, that's again, you mentioned if this is the requirements to be on my show. Yeah. That set of people, and I'm talking about all different walks of life too. Yeah. They're not artists where the same experience, more or less. I love to have these guys talk that, or it's like, hey, you're 2 years in, bro. Like, let's talk. Let's hear what's your experiences so far? Yeah. 2 years in maybe you've been working or apprenticing overall, let's say 3-4 years, but you want to say, I asked you, what was your first day? And you were like, sobriety. I asked them, what's your first day? 2 years ago was my first start. This is my first into this industry. And then I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I'm like, when was my first day? When can I even consider myself?
Like what do you consider that for you?
Like, for my career and I don't know, since 2012 to now, like, when do I consider my day one? Yeah. That's kind of crazy to think, you know? Yeah.
Like, and for me, like, all right, my sobriety made me fall back in love with tattooing. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, all right, at the time when I started tattooing, bro, like, tattooing in Tulare County back then was a wild, wild west. Right. You know what I mean? We were fucking rock stars, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we were rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can only imagine how much you had to leave out of that.
A lot. Hey, I'll tell you this much. When we ended our episode, dude, shout out to David, man.
I love that dude, man. That's my brother. I love that dude.
I was actually just talking to him 2 days ago. We're just going back and forth because he recently moved. He closed one location down and he's at one
He's
spot.
back in Lemoore now.
Lemoore, yeah. So I was like, hey, man, just like, we're just talking. And he's like, hey, let's get together. Let's do something. I'm like, I'm down. But mad props to him for showing up because He was very, I'll tell you what, man, the version of, that was him. The episode, that was him. He was just telling
David one-on-one. Like, all right, so like even one thing I will give David Tower credit for is because David genuinely just does not give a fuck what anyone thinks about him. He knows who he is. Right. He knows what he's not. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, even before when I worked with him, I'm all, hey, bro, like he goes, I don't give a fuck, bro. They're talking about me. Yeah. And he'll openly admit it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, even on the show, what did he say? He's like, I'm not an artsy person.
No.
He goes, like, all right, how you guys draw? Oh, bro, you think I don't? I watch your shit. Come on, bro. You're my boy. I watch your shit.
He said, dude, he said something on there. He said, yeah, it's like, I couldn't pull lines. Black and gray realism. Yeah. I was like, bro, I was dying when he said that because over here we're thinking like, oh, an artist, you must think like he must check all the boxes. And you're like, he's an artist and you can be, I don't want to say like.
He made his own lane.
He made his
and
own
he
lane.
stayed in that motherfucker.
He made his own lane.
I learned that from David. Like I tell people all the time, like, hey, I got one of my boys, hey, he can't pull a straight line to save his life, but you can never tell in his fucking tattoos.
Right. Exactly.
Black and gray realism, ain't no lines.
He said, yeah, he's like, just tell him to do black and gray realism.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like David will tell you, like, dying, like hey, bro, like he goes, you motherfuckers, get off work and go home and paint and draw and do this shit. I'm not that guy.
He's not.
You know what I mean? But then again, like, all right, when you look at fucking, all right, his apprentice, Hannah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen her work. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'll tell you what, he has been honing that skill and craft.
Yeah.
So it's one thing that
he's constantly still improved on it, but he still stays true to who he is.
Especially, you know, same with him being sober is, I can tell you what, like I told him, I was like, I've known you before this and same to you.
Yeah.
Which to me, I was like, bro, you lied to me this whole time, bro. Cause I was like, I wouldn't have told the difference. I told you that last time. I said, I wouldn't have told that if you're strung up on some or hooked on this or hooked on that or because you were just always, this is who you were, bro. Yeah. Like, and same with him. I was like, it's funny because I like now I was like, I do tell the difference.
Yeah.
Cause I knew him before and I knew him now, like knowing him now. I'm just like, yeah, he's real chill. And we're just talking. We're just, you know, and then after when the camera stopped, I know how it is nowadays. Yeah. And I just don't want to come, you know, and my thing too was like, I was like, hey, let's just set the record straight, man. Let's kill this, the whatever. And I'm like, everybody has this guy wrong, dude.
Dude, hey, all right, I've had people like, hey, bro, you mess with that David Tower dude? That's my brother.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, bro, isn't he a racist? I'm all, how can he be a racist if he calls me my brother? You know what I mean? Like, no, like, I tell people this all the time. Like, I don't know if this will make the cut or not. But like, I tell people all the time, I'm all like, they're like, hey, bro, I can't believe you fuck with that dude. He's a racist. And I'm all, hey, bro, I don't know too many racists. You know what I'm saying? Like, to where it's just like, all right, like he's not a racist. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That's my boy. And David will hit me up out of nowhere. Hey, brother, love you, man. I see you doing good. Hey, I love you too, bro. I hear more from him than like people I pay even more homage to. You know what I'm saying? Or even with the shop, like, all right, Art Life Studio is the second longest running shop in Tulare behind Soul Link.
And people don't even know that.
Don't even know it.
Probably don't know it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, and a lot of people, well, what about Lit? Like, Lit, all right, my personal opinion, when you switch locations, that changes your establishment.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, like, I've been in the same spot for 11 years. Soul Link has been there forever. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've had my difference with them over the years, but hey, they're still open. Shout out to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I went from working at that shop, and when I left, it wasn't on the greatest terms, but I just was like, fuck it, it's just time for me to do my own thing. Mm-hmm. And to go from that to having the second longest running shop in Tulare,
that's major.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't need it from everybody else I know. And that's where I think like what separates people like me and you from everyone else, like, or yeah, I'll give you your flowers. You're going to give me my flowers. But as long as it's from the people that I love, that's all that matters. Yeah. You know what I mean? Do you realize how no one ever acknowledges that? Like, hey, I got the second longest running shopping. Well, here's this LA nigga that came out of nowhere, started tattooing, and now I have the second longest running shop in Tulare, and it's a private studio.
Right.
We've been there for 11 years. I have people like, hey, where's your shop at? I'm right there on Kern. Like, what?
That
I
first episode we did, that was a great one for people to check out. If they're just like, who's this dude? Who's this dude today? I was like, there's a reason why I'm ending the year, you know, on this whole, like with this project. I wanted to have Chris on and the other homie Joseph's coming on. And at some point for this next year, I'm just putting it into the whole manifestation.
Dude, we got to do a whole like group.
We're gonna have a group, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So Tim is down.
Yeah.
I know he's down, bro.
Yeah.
And Joseph, us four, just be crazy to have us all.
That's one of those. Hey, how much of that will make the cut? You know what I mean? Like my brother Steven
too.
My brother Steven, dude. Like, oh man,
I've yet to like. I want to hear the whole like, yo, Steven, let it out, man. I want to hear the story.
Well, because you got to remember, my brother Steven goes back to like the 840 days in Visalia, like style and tattoo. Like I'm talking when you would go inside tattoo shops and you realize like, oh yeah, these dudes are straight white power. I don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Like. Let's be real. That's how I was.
Yeah.
Like people like myself didn't walk in tattoo shops, bro.
Peaceful now again, bro.
You know what I mean? Like
peaceful era.
Dude, there's a point in time, like, all right, I remember even back in the day, bro. This is like early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like going to Sacramento and walking in tattoo shops and being like, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and bro, you would walk in shops back in the day and you see Swazis flying everywhere, lightning bolts and shit, and like. Ooh, yeah. Like, hey, you want to get tattooed? No. Like the dad on Friday. No.
Yeah. Dude, the checker floors, red paint, demons everywhere.
Yeah. Like, bro, oh man, the good old days.
That's another thing is that I guess what I, again, with Randy, what he said and what you've mentioned, with a lot of the guys, what I've seen is that people are going to keep their thoughts to themselves because of where it is today. And so, but
I find that unfair though.
It is, right.
Like,
if you want to talk about fairness, if we're giving everybody fairness, I agree with you, dude. And so that's like, to me, like my own requirements, what I think, like you have your opinions of what an apprenticeship should be.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, that today. So again, I just said your mentors. They all, how was that? You know what I mean? It's not as
having an apprentice. I tried to have all right, so one of my boys, Thomas, from Fresno, he was like, hey, bro, I got this girl. She's got some talent. She lives in your area. I told her to swing by. I'm all right, cool. And
all right, what are you thinking when that gets reached out to you, though? What are you thinking as far as like, okay, let's think about, because if you were to tell me that right now, my wheels are spinning like, oh, man, you're the homie.
I'm like, you're the homie, and I'm all like, all right.
Exactly. And
so and these newer generation of tattooers, like she tried a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart, good girl. It just, we weren't the right, like it wasn't the right mix. Like God bless you if you're out there. I hope you are doing well. You know what I mean? Like I hope you're doing well.
I'll be over there typing like what?
But dude, there was one day we're at the shop and I'm all like, I had told her to draw something, and then she drew something totally different. I'm all like, all right, like, and then here goes my dad voice, and I'm all okay. And I'm like, why am I using my dad voice in the shop for one? This
is where we are today.
Like, and I'm all like, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was some confusion. Yeah. What I need you to draw is this. Yeah. So, like, the next time I ask you to do something, let's focus on what I asked you to do and not what you want to do.
Right.
This is too much for me. I can't take this. It's time for you to go. I'm all, you know what? I'm going to go outside.
Take your time.
Like, I'm going to go outside because now I feel uncomfortable because you just got loud with me and my shop. You're this 20-year-old girl here at the shop with me, and I'm all like, I'm going to go ahead and go outside right now because I don't know what the fuck just happened right now, bro. And I'm all like, wait, what? And then I come back inside. She goes, you know what? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time taking stuff. And I'm all, this girl.
Crazy.
Like, I was scared. Like, at that point, I was scared. It's a weird world nowadays, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And I was just like, oh, my
I respectfully just told, stray away from that conversation when that gets presented. It's like, hey, so-and-so wants to learn, or what should I get them? And just like, oh, that's just where it is, man. And like you said, yeah, there's unfairness to it. But then there are those that it's like, well, that's you guys. You guys probably feel like we're still voicing it.
We're still going to fucking do it.
But okay, like, are these the guys that are quitting?
Yeah.
Are these the guys that are, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just sad because there are a lot of guys who have been around for a long time, bro. Shops that have been established for years, but just because they're not fitting to like the conforming of like, okay. So I watched a conversation with someone talking about like these new tattoo shops look like day spa. I'm not gonna lie, bro. My shop looks like a day spa. It's modernized. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Got a little plant.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I had to add some greenery.
My shit, like, it looks like But I went for more like a modern day, like doctor's office feel because
How did
just
you start? You started in the grimy.
Oh, bro, I had hardwood floors, the two-tone walls, my counters, flash everywhere, all over the walls, bro. You haven't been to the shop in a minute.
No, I gotta go, dude. I'm gonna go stop in, man.
Yeah, dude. Sure. But if you remember the way the shop looked,
too, you know what I mean?
With like all the fucking art over the walls, fucking shit everywhere, like, oh no, not anymore, bro.
Clean,
it's just
organized.
Nice, clean, organized. So I can
admit, it
feels
nice, dude. It feels nice,
bro. It makes it easier to clean. It's just me now. I don't have 4 or 5 other artists no more to come in there and clean. Like, and I don't know, maybe it's just with my old age, but like, bro, I'm trying to downsize shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Dude, I still have tubs of artwork. All right, my garage looks more like an old school tattoo shop than my tattoo shop.
I imagine your garage like Tim Hendrix's. Garage full of like,
dude, I got some of your artwork hanging up. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Pickens, Tanner, fucking Org. I got some of his work. Shrek. Remember Shrek?
Oh, yeah.
I got some of his artwork. Precise One, the graffiti artist, Par. You know what I mean? Like my garage looks more like a tattoo shop back in the day than the shop does because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, bro. It got to the shop point where like, some of our old school mentalities were starting to look kind of tacky,
right.
Which I'll admit that, and like I think you can find a balance of both worlds.
It's kind of like assimilating to the times of or adapting and changing into the times where it's like, yeah, you know what? Nowadays you do have the clientele that comes in, and you're like, we know presentation's everything. Right?
People that are spending money on tattoos aren't people that were spending tattoo money 20 years ago.
So the homie Joseph Barrios, bro, he's shout out to them at Crown of Thorns, Las Vegas. Their shop is like marbled out, sick.
Oh, wow.
Single paintings, like big originals. That's all they have.
Oh, wow.
Clean. You know what he told his brother? This is brother Peter, man. Shout out to the homies, man. He told him, hey, we just got the floors done. No foot pedals.
There you go.
Foot switches.
You still use a foot switch?
No, well, he's Peter is like, give me a coil. I love my foot switch because I'm keeping this alive. His brother's like, hey, no foot switches. The floors are nice. Yeah. You know, he's like, damn. So he's like, I had to use either like the on-off ones or like the critical ones. You know, it's like, and I was laughing when he said that because I'm like, dude, he's over here telling you like, all right, you can, I don't care. It's just that, you know, and then your artwork, their back wall and they have like a drawing area. Yeah. That looks like a tattoo, old school tattoo shop. You walk outside and it's like prestige, top deck, like sick shop, bro.
It's just where it's at. You know what I mean? Like my original plan was I wanted like copper ceilings.
But like you said, because their clientele, he searched the area. Okay, what's the income for the families living in this area? Yeah. In the 6 figures, I'm opening a shop right there.
Yeah.
And that means that those people coming in have to also see that they want to spend their money and they're, you know, it's not your typical, like, I'm going to get my, you know, this, a pimp's coming in.
Yeah.
I got no, this is like these are like CEOs, you know.
Well, I mean, if you build the business for the people that you want to come in.
Right. So you're attracting.
Yeah. You know what I mean? With anything. You know what I mean? Like you got to appeal to who you want in there. You know what I mean? And to given the area, hey, bro, if I had the mindset or the finances to do something like that, depending on where I'm at, you got to make it happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because in an area with people making money like that, they don't want to see the black and white checkerboard with the red and the black trim.
They're walking in like, oh, this is what they're talking about. Like, oh, yeah, this is like grungy.
Well, I mean, it's like with anything, you got to make a motherfucker want to come here and spend money with you. Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, wow, you see these marble floors. That's why they're charging $250 an hour. But if you're walking in to some shithole, hole in the wall studio, like, oh yeah, I charge $280 an hour as they're smoking a joint. Yeah. Hey, bro, like it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna work. So,
because I kind of wanted to ask you about this year. Like, if you were to sum it up, we're in holiday season, right?
Yeah.
So
slow season.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The slow season. Yeah. Right? So, like, how would you? Of assumption of like what your trajectories for next year?
Honestly, you know what I want to do more so, which is probably gonna blow your mind, is that like, dude, I'm finally to the point where I'm ready to travel.
Okay.
Like I'm really to the point where I'm ready to travel. You know what I mean? Like I want to start like,
you're like the homebody tattattoo artist of like
dude, well, I mean, you know me, bro. Like I never really venture too far out of my comfort zone. And again, being that decorum, it gave me that sense of like
that spark,
like
bro.
That like
it's a recharge.
Walking up and being like, hey, what are you working on? Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, that's fucking dope. Those lines look crispy. Da 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 da. you tattooing and someone coming up or someone else talking to your client so you could just focus on tattooing as opposed to just that. Don't get me wrong, I love the one-on-one time,
Right.
but like, dude,
Sometimes
it kind of like,
gotta...
it sparked that like, it made me fall back in love with tattooing. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, that was the reason we did it, the camaraderie. You know what I mean? And it sucks. It got to the point where we had to have that like separation because motherfuckers started getting weird. But like, I legitimately like next year, like I want to travel a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, all right, there's a shop in Colorado I want to check out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already started like scouting shops that I want to reach out to. You know what I mean? Like, I think the shop in Colorado I want to check out is called Harbor Lights.
Okay.
And dope ass artist.
You know what I mean? I'll shoot you some names of spots you got to go drop.
Yeah, dude. And I figure, well, I mean, you're the main person I'm gonna hit up to know
like
you traveled, bro.
If you tell me where you're going, I'll give you a sick list of like hit up all these guys. I'll let them know ahead of time.
Yeah, dude.
Because that honestly, bro, like, okay, we were talking about what was the highlighted years, right? What was the one year you could think of? You're like, yo, this year was just compared to this year, bro. I can tell you, one of the coolest things was open this space to be able to host and give people a nice come in, and we gotta. You know, and then it turns off the shop thing because then if you're in a shop, it's hard for us to really. I mean, it's like they say when you go home, you want to separate that life. Yeah. And so when I want to sit and talk, I'll have the shop topics, but I'm like, but I also want to sit down and just be like, hey, let's just talk. Yeah. And this is like we're meeting up at a coffee shop versus when we're still talking from my shop. Yep. It's like. I pulled you away from the shop now, and now we're hanging out for the first time ever away from the shop. You know what I mean? So I think this year was dope. I mean, obviously with families, I have tons of family highlights that are like greatest moments of this year, right? Oh yeah. But I mean, one of my greatest overall, I could tell you one year that was sick is when I was traveling because the travels was.
Dude, I remember like seeing how excited you will be all the time. Like, hey, bro, where you at right now? I'm in New York right now, dude. Like, and it was so dope to see that. And for me now, like, I think I want that. You know what I mean? I want that experience. Not only that, like, when my granddaughter, like, all right, she's to the point where she's like walking and starting to talk and like starting to learn how to use the restroom to where like, all right, now I can go because she can wipe her own ass. So like, I could travel and be like, hey, bro, I'm going to be in Colorado for a week. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm gonna come guest spot for a couple of days and be able to take my granddaughter to see shit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I eventually want to do that with my boys too.
Like I like my goal for next year is like, dude, I really want to travel more. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in the game long enough to where like it's not like some random who just started tattooing. Hey man, you know, I'm gonna be in your area for a week. I'm traveling with my granddaughter. I was wondering if I could spend a couple of days there. You know what I mean? And
how many more opportunities do we have left for that? You know what I mean?
Bro, I turn 49 next month. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 50 years old. Yeah. And I love the fact that we could do what we do anywhere. So it's one of those things like, you know what? Like I got a couple of grand to start this trip, but hey, if I take my shit, I can keep that money going. Right. You know what I mean? And like, same thing with my RC. Like, all right, I could travel to go do races and be like, hey, I'm going to be in this area for a couple of days for a race. Can I come out there and tattoo? Wait, you race?
Hey, you've been killing it with the racing too, bro.
Thank you, man.
It's
I just want to.
I see you jump up and then it's like you got the third places and then you're like, yo, I'm taking homes now.
Yeah, dude, I just took Valley on-road touring championships front wheel drive. I just became the first champion in front wheel drive.
How long have you been doing this now?
I've been back into the hobby now. I've been back into the hobby now for 3 years, but you know how it is, like how we dabble with stuff over the years. Like I jump into it and get out.
So how long consistently have you been like going hard?
4 years now.
4 years. Okay.
4 years now, man.
If you had not have where you are now, getting the sponsorships, getting these like, that is dope. That to me, bro, like that's a market in itself where, you know, you could, don't sleep on that creation of YouTube stuff. Yeah. Cause now you can literally tell people some stuff about your style. Yeah. Okay. The way one-on-ones of tattooing, you could do the one-on-ones of like, with my RC stuff because all right. In the past 4 years, bro, I've been through like several different manufacturers of a car. All right, the last time you talked to me, I'm not even running that same car anymore. I bet. You know what I mean? Because the last time we were talking, I think I was running an Awesomatics, and I got rid of that car, and I'm running an RC Maker, which is an Australian-based company. And the thing I love about that car is like, dude, it's such an amazing car, but not too many people are hip to it. You know what I mean? And dude, I've been having fun with it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been consistent. I just renewed a lot of my contracts for another year, which I'm,
Bro, you got to have a good year because if not at the end of the year, when it comes time to be like, hey, so what's up? Am I signing with you for another year? Well, you didn't have too many podiums, but like, dude, I have been like,
you've been consistently stacking on podiums, bro.
Yeah, dude,
that's the same thing I did with. I just wanted to. You have to be seen, dude.
You have to.
You're
like even with
something.
your archery, you were killing it with your archery, and I see your miniatures, bro. I'll pay attention.
You realize then how many people out there don't know rhyme or reason how, where to start, what to do with the color. How did you do that?
Yep.
Where'd you get that body paint?
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, you got flake on the RC shell.
Oh, dude, I changed.
Bro,
I changed the game with my paint job. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like I've had several people like, hey, what I'm doing to RC bodies has never been done before.
I'm doing pinstriping of RC shell.
So what happened was I started painting bodies.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying to like mimic what other artists were doing because there's so many dope ass. Bro, it's like a whole
no, it is.
It's a whole nother world.
Same with the paint. Yeah.
So we were at a show and we were at a race in Fresno and one of the guys, they do concourse. So they picked the best paint jobs. So one of my guys that I painted for, he was like, hey, man, what about this one? The blue and the yellow. And Jimmy Ray, shout out to Jimmy Ray, man. That's my boy. Yeah. And he was all like, oh, hey, it's a slick work. And he was all, the guy was all like, you know what? That's a good paint job, but it's not quite like those. Which he didn't know that I was a painter. Right. Like he had no idea I was that painter, but I heard it. And when he said it, I was all, dude, that weekend I had like, I'm going to do a raffle for a body. I had a little thing set up in my booth like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I heard him say that like, oh, you know what? That one's nice, but it's not quite like those. And it was like a light went off. And I'm all, he's absolutely fucking right. Like, that's just not my style. I'm trying to do something that's not me. Bro, as long as you know me, I've been a lowrider. I got Majestics tattooed on the side of one of my, I've had cars that made Lowrider magazine.
You start making that thing look like, the shells start looking like actual, something you see in the magazine, bro. I was like, that makes sense. Like, you know, and that's the thing that as artists, you've been practicing art for the 20-some, you know what I mean? How many years?
Bro, I've been drawing since I was a kid.
Right. And so then how did you not already?
Like, and it just, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at all these other bodies. And of course, you know, we get bombarded with images. And then I'm all like, you know what? Let's do this. Like,
and
I found one image.
Dude.
I'm in the garage.
Or at the shop. I'm sure you could take it to the shop, work on it.
I'll try to keep like my RC stuff.
Keep it at home.
At home.
It's fun.
And then the shop. You know what I mean? Just that separation of space. Exactly well, kind of like how you decided to like that separation of space. I don't want one to overlap each other. You know what I mean? Like, not only that, like when you feel like you're in a different environment, like say if you're down here and you feel overwhelmed, bro, you can walk right to the shop. New environment, new change of mind. You know what I'm saying? So like I sat there.
It's refreshed me.
And I started looking at my paint jobs and everything I was doing. And I had a shelf full of bodies that I had painted. And I'm throwing all of them away. And I'm starting from scratch. And I'm all like, who am I? I'm all, man, I'm a lowrider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like one of my boys, he's like, hey bro, I want you to paint a body. He goes, do whatever you want.
And so I'm all like, you're taking commissions for all that stuff, right?
Yeah. I started just recently started charging for it. You know what I mean? Like, but
did you started, because I know you have you thought about making that by itself, like a company where you can just start its own like portfolio of like?
I do have Slicc work airbrushing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like I actually have like a couple of guys that I race with that I've sponsored. Oh, you know what I mean? So like when they post their pictures, they'll put hashtag Slicc work airbrushing.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like for me, I'll put SWA.
Dude, blow that
Slicc work
up.
airbrushing.
Blow it up. That's why I started that whole painting thing, because people started asking me to paint for them. And I'm like, and then I'll sit here and because they'll sometimes meet me up and then I'm like, what do you want me to like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And then they show me references and I'm like, all right, cool. I sat down with my kids to paint and I'm like, this is fun, bro. Yeah. Like, it was fun. You're just doing little things with them and you're with them.
Yeah.
Hearing more and more people don't understand it. And I'm like, yes. But to us, we're like,
it was just.
What do you mean you don't get about, you don't know what a blend is? And I'm like, bro, I could show you on this watercolor paper what I mean on the tiny scale and doing that with a brush, which is like a needle point.
They don't understand the concept of art to get it. You know what I mean? And like, so when I started doing like my, and you know, mind you, like, all right, with this RC shit, you're painting on the inside of the bodies.
Right.
So like, or you know, like with a car, when you paint it, the last thing you do is a flake.
Right.
Well, with these, the first thing you do is a flake. So you have to make sure, like when I section off each one of those pieces, like you're going from darkest to lightest, you're putting your flake. Yeah. And and then once I started doing like this lowrider style bodies, I've had people like, you're doing something I've never seen before. And I'm all, yes, I've arrived. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was just like, fuck yeah.
Bro, because
like,
I see the graphics, but that's like a manufactured sticker decal, right? But you're like...
Headlights, taillights, everyone's like, hey, are those stickers? I'm all, nope, I painted those. They're like, wait, what? And I'm all like, yeah, bro, I get in there with my airbrush, turn it, and
it's a satisfying thing, bro.
It very is. You know what I mean? Like,
when you see that thing, that's a dopamine dump.
When just you pull that plastic off, and I put it in the sun, and I'm all like, look at these pearls, or look at these flakes,
bro. Yeah.
And with some, like, don't get me wrong, like these airbrush artists that have been painting longer than me, their shit's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you look at it, that's what you get. All right, I'm a lowrider. So you look at my shit in the picture, like, oh, hell yeah, that's dope. Get that motherfucker in the sun, homie.
Yeah, get that shimmer and shine.
You know what I mean? Like, when I've had people like, hey, bro, I'll send them pictures like, oh, that's dope. And I'm all, wait till you see it in real life.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, put it in the sun.
Dude.
And they're like, bro, there's a pattern underneath there. I'm a lowrider, bro. Remember, we would put ghost patterns.
Yep.
Like, even the white boys, bro, they have like pearl skulls and and I started doing that.
The ghost
patterns. You know what I'm saying?
Like fluorescence, and that's what I'm saying, man. We're kind of sleeping or overseeing something that's why I tell people, I was like, if you have the capacity or ability to do some extra, like I'm telling you, do it, bro. Launch a line and that'd be so sick, man.
Well, I mean, the thing is just like, all right, just like the homie Nib when he said it, like he goes, man, whenever people ask me like how I got where I'm at, I tell them it's very simple. I just didn't quit.
Man.
I just didn't quit. You know what I mean? I went through every range of emotion. He said I went through I didn't laugh, I didn't cry, I didn't been happy, I didn't been sad, but the only distinguishing quality between me and anybody else, I just didn't fucking quit.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that would have heard what that dude said, like, oh, it's all right, but it's not just, it's not quite those. Bro, that would have broke a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
That would have had them like, go home, throw my airbrushes away.
Yeah.
Man, that lit a fire. I went back to my table. I tore up the fucking paper and boy was like, hey, you're not gonna do the raffle on all.
That's similar to the whole first stories of you when you're trying to get into tattooing. You were like, hey, like they told me I couldn't do it. And guess what?
That's all I need. Hey, that's all I need to hear. Like for me, like you tell me like I can't do something.
Yeah. Yep.
Bet, watch. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
full circle.
Like and that's always been my motivation. I tell people I'm not an ultimatum person. And anyone who knows me, I'm a creature of habit. Hey, you want me to do something good? Tell me I can't do it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, tell me, like, hey, bro, like, oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Now I've learned pick and choose.
Right.
You don't got to prove everybody wrong. But like, there's some shit where it's just like, and like when I heard him say, it's all right, but it's not quite like those. I'm all, you're absolutely fucking right. I wasn't even mad. It didn't make me mad. It didn't upset me. It was what I needed to hear. It's like on Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think fourth dimensionally. Like anything, or even with the Matrix. I didn't tell you what you needed to know. I told you what you needed to hear.
Right.
And a lot of times we get mad because people tell us what we need to hear and we don't soak it up. We take it so offensively. Bro, I know I had skills.
Right.
Like, I know I was laying down clean paint, but I was trying to like be like everyone else. But bro, I started breaking down these fucking tape lines and pinstriping. Like now I'm trying to get to where like I want to try to make it look like it's Silverleaf.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? To where imagine like seeing a remote control car paint job where it looks like it's got swirled gold leaf. That's my goal. You know what I mean?
Like, but it looks like engraving on the. How sick would that be?
You know what I mean? Like I did one body for one of my boys to where like it was a dope ass paint job, but I tore it to where it was like the metal underneath.
And you got that freehand on deck to just be like, I do this script.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and people are like, hey, well, what do you do? I'm like, look, this is what I do. I run a line down the middle of my body. No different than like, hey, bro, let me see your arm. I'm going to draw that.
Freehand.
Yeah, I'm going to draw that line. Right. Like, hey, I need my 3 lines. Like when we would draw in school. Whenever you do script, you do the 3 lines, the shape, whether it be an arch, whatever. I draw my line down the middle. Just start going with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you don't like, I don't do none of that pre-thought out shit on the, dude, I will sit with a body. You know what I mean? I'll smoke. I'll sit there, put the body, draw my line down the middle, and I'll sit there and just.
Like, what am I feeling? Huh?
Like, all right, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Like, all right, look at the shape of this body. Because all writers, we complimented the body.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, all right, for us real car guys, we look at a car like a woman's body. You know what I mean? And you just,
fit,
and I'm all like, it's got to flow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And what I did was instead of breaking it up, like most cars with RC shit, it's like one color in the front, one color in the middle, another color in the back.
Yeah.
You might try to mix the two together, but I was just like, nope, I'm going to start doing solid colors and putting the patterns on the side with the flakes and the pearl. I don't know if you saw that blue and white one that I did.
Bro, I've been watching all the shows you've got. I'm like, dang.
All right, that blue and white one I did for my boy Sean, that was one of those ones where when I got done with it, I'm all, bro, I don't want to give this to you. Like, oh, bro.
But you know, it's nice to see that it's gonna get its use and it's gonna be that's just like somebody rocking your tat, bro. There's some tats that I wish I had on me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, like I tell people there are some pieces that if I would have started all over and I could get stuff like this now where we are today, I was like, I would have waited.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's part of the thing that it's like now I got just weird spaces.
Yeah,
now. It's like, you know,
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah,
and I've gotten to the point now where tattoos hurt, man. Like,
it's like we were talking about earlier. It's
like, but then again, all right, for me, it's age.
Yeah.
But even like, all right, so there's this dude. His name's Merk. He goes by Merk Effects.
Okay.
Dope ass fucking airbrush artist.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Style's fucking dope. Amazing tattoo art, or amazing airbrush artist.
You were a tattoo brain?
Like, man, amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember like I met him at a race in Fresno.
Yeah.
Cool dude. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm mainly in the off-road, and I'm looking at his. So of course, you know me, bro. I'm asking, hey, bro. So how did you get this, and how did you get that, and you know how we are, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to appeal to the artist in him, like,
yeah.
So we started messing each other back on Facebook, Instagram, and he sent me the dopest thing that I've ever heard from anyone getting into a new craft. You ready for this one? He said, hey, it's a community, not a competition.
Damn.
And I said, hey, bro, I'm still in that. I'm still in that. But like, bro, imagine when you first started tattooing.
Imagine if tattooers had that.
He told me this. He goes, hey, bro, he goes, if you have any, shout out to Merk too. If you have any questions,
I'm over here thinking like, is that the answer?
Like, bro, he like legit, he's like, hey, bro, whatever questions you have, he goes, I got little videos that I put together to help people. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to know, let me know, because this is a community, not a competition.
Holy shit.
Bro.
Put when have you ever, dude.
Think about that.
I mean? Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, in all the shit that we've done, like,
I'm thinking about right now,
competitively. Like, imagine another podcaster. Hey, bro, I've seen your podcast. Mm-hmm. I like your shit. Hey, try doing this, try doing that. Right. If you have any questions, let me know, because it's a community, not a competition. Bro, that shit blew my mind. And again, like, hey, like, I attribute, like, me developing my own style from Merk. You know what I mean? Like, the last, with the 2025 JRRRC on-road championships, that was a lot. Mm-hmm. My first concourse. Damn. Which concourse is like picking out like, and all right, my boy Sean got a body painted by Merk, and I'm like, oh, Merk's gonna win. I'm like, he showed me his body. I'm like, oh my God, let me look at it. I'm sitting there staring at it. Everybody's tripping like,
right.
Look, what are you doing? Bro, I admire the art. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm artists first and first. So I'm looking at his shit like the way we look. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it, they're like, hey, Slicc, you got a shot. You got quite a few bodies over there. Oh, Merk's gonna get it. Merk's gonna get it. I'm like, he should get it. And they're like, nah, bro, your shit's different. Your shit's dope. Bro, I got my first place in concourse. Merk got second.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, hey, bro, I'll take that. But like, still, I'll take it. Like, it made me feel accepted.
It's, again, and it's not even like, I'm sure the way you see it is that it's not the guy next to you. It's just yourself. Before we started, you said competition is yourself, man. That's where the competition should be in our industry, is individual artists. Bro.
Yeah.
Joe, you, everybody, a lot of the homies, bro, will show love to a piece that you post and just be like, bro, that's dope.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point now, because you know on Instagram, they got that thing where you could repost. Mm-hmm. I've gotten to the point where I'll see something fucking dope by art. Oh, let me repost it. That shit's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't have a fucking hating bone in my body.
Right.
There's always going to be somebody, my mom used to always tell me, it's going to always be somebody better.
Yeah.
It's always going to be when I was a kid, I thought it was tough. And she go, hey, one day you're going to get your ass whooped.
People should see, like, social media, right? We're looking at all the posts in the community of the artists or new artists or artists in your area. I feel like you should see their work as of that person's in competition to themselves being the best version of themselves. Give them praise for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel
like Manny Torres, dope as fuck.
Yeah.
American traditional. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, when we worked back in the day at Legends, Manny was dabbling in a little bit of everything, but when Manny legitimately started focusing on American traditional, dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, all right, when we worked together at Legends, I would have not wanted Manny to tattoo on me. But now, hey, bro, I want you to tattoo on me because he found his style. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists out there who, like, they're very, very talented and they have the ability, but they're not trying to, like, develop their own style. From day one, I try to develop my own style. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, my American traditional, neo-traditional, my graph style. So here I am. You got this black dude from LA doing black and gray Chicano shit, using a 14-round liner, but pepper shading it on the inside. Right. What the fuck is that? It's dope. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's my style. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like when people come to you like, I want you to do it the way you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's, you got to make your own lane and saying it. We get so caught up on trying to be, I'm not going to be able to do what Joe Cabela does.
Right.
I'm just being honest with myself.
There's levels, man. There's a study. The amount of the person studies that style,
that
art,
craft, like
and the execution of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got to think how many hours of study did that person do where I'm lacking?
Yeah.
Therefore, okay, use this guy as I'll use anybody as be like, okay, well, if I ever want to do any piece that when you started with all the graph, I would have to, Lerk, let's sit in and show me like, how do you do this with bubbles, or how do you do this with wild style? So where I'm lacking versus like, no, I'm just gonna, keep that opinion to myself and not have that community and turn that into the competition. And that's shitty, dude.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you.
I think that's exactly, you hit it on the head, bro. I think that's exactly what.
Like, it became
where
competition.
And why and how.
It became like, I'm telling you, when Merk told me that, bro, that shit blew my mind.
Yeah.
It's a community, not a competition. And it's sad because, like, we used to be a community, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, we were a community. There will be times where, like, I remember, like, I would be working at one shop. If I didn't have nothing to do, I'm a mob over to the other shop. Hey, what's up, bro? What do you guys do? Oh, shit, what's up, motherfucker? What are you doing?
It's funny, you'd probably land a walking over there when it was dead over here. Yeah. You feel me? Like,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, what are you doing? Like, oh, hey, bro, well, we're busy right now. Hey, my boy works right here. Hey, go up, like, hey, is that cool? Come on, bro. Yeah. Like, take that shit around. I worked at Epiphany. All right, you remember my brother Steven fired me because I was fucking up. Right. So, like, I was around the corner at Epiphany. Like, all right, when I didn't have nothing going on there, I would be around the corner at Legends. Hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? Oh, chilling, da-da-da-da. Motherfuckers walk in looking for me. Like, oh, shit, I've been looking for you. Like, oh, yeah, I'm here now. Like, oh, wait, what? Oh, you don't work here? Nope. But you still come over. These are my fucking brothers.
These are my boys.
I did this to myself. I fucked up. We still love each other, but I'm around the corner. Let's go. Hey, bro, I'll be back when I'm done doing this tattoo. All right, bro. Hey, the thermofax machine is broke. Or I think at what it was at Epiphany, we had that little clip on, and at Legends we had the 3M one, the big, which I still got one of those.
Yeah, I got one of those.
And the 3M one. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go around the corner and use the thermofax machine. Go around there, hey, bro. Hey, they're like, oh, they still have no, bro. Like, go ahead, use that motherfucker, bro. Yeah. You used to work here. You gotta pay for a motherfucker. Have at it. You're my brother. I still want to see you eat.
Right.
You fucked up and lost your spot at my table, but I still want to see you eat. It became a competition and no longer a community, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it took a RC airbrush painter.
Industry away from ours.
Yeah. But like, bro, when he told, like, bro, he legitly said, hey, it's a community, not a competition. I was just like, fuck, dude, this is our side hustles. What am I, why am I going to compete with somebody on the side? This ain't my major income.
I see the same thing with painting.
You know what I mean? Like,
other guys that are commissioned painters, they'll tell me like, oh, like, sharing stuff, and I'm like, bro, sit down. I'm down to paint, and you teach me something, I'll teach you something. That's the way it should be.
Like, hey, bro, like, hey, let me know when you got some time. Yeah, like,
that's the way.
Hey, can I come watch you paint?
Right.
Like, hey, bro, let me know when you got some time. Hey, I'll treat you to lunch. Let me come out and watch you paint. Let me, like, all right, one of the homies from Sacramento, Clint, he hits me up all the time. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna come out there one day, take you to lunch, and we can paint. Bro, you don't got to buy me lunch. Just fuck. I'm honored.
Yeah.
At the fact that you want to come watch me do what I love. You don't got to buy me fucking. I feel like I should buy you lunch for that.
Yeah, it's like I'm hosting you, bro.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, you're coming to my house. Yeah, like, nah, bro, like, for somebody want to drive from Sacramento to Tulare to come want to watch me do what, like, I'm still learning, bro. I feel honored in that.
And you see your passion, man. Like, you could definitely tell your passion for it, where it's like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you got to make something of that, dude. Like,
yeah, dude. I just recently started taking on projects because before, like, what I was doing is, again, I was still learning. I hadn't developed the style, so like, dude, I'm telling people like, oh, just give me $30.
Yeah,
oh, just give me like $40. Just give me like $20. And then I've had so many painters reach out to me like, Slicc, stop. Like, your work's dope. Start charging for this shit.
Right.
Like, start like charging. So this was the first. Within the past couple of months and starting 2026, I will start my minimum for my bodies at a certain price.
Right.
And then start to go up from there because like.
And finding the balance where that doesn't then become the new hate where you're like, now I'm burnt out with my passion.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, bro, that balance.
Like, and I'll limit myself to where like anybody that gives me a body, I tell them like this. I said, look, you got to understand, like, this is not my job. This is something that I do. So like, hey, if you're in a rush, don't don't bring it to me.
That's the key.
And they're like, oh, well, do you think you can have it?
Yeah.
But then you have the guys that are like, hey, bro, take as long as you. Those are the ones who I want to get done first.
Those are the ones, exactly. Then you end up knocking that out faster.
And then you're like, like, hey, bro, you got his body done. Right. I'm all, because he let me do my thing.
Came at me correct.
And didn't send me 300 pictures.
Right.
Because, hey, do your thing. But then they'll send me.
How soon can you get it done? That's not the way to approach me. When's your next opening? You open tonight. Yep. That's the same thing, bro.
See, and for me, like, I don't do any, all right, again, I could take this from the tattoo world. Like, all right, bro, I don't do any mimics of other bodies. Because you have a lot of artists that have done like certain styles of bodies for so many years. Right. Like Magoo, when he retired, he passed the torch down to Merc. So there's people that'll be like, oh, can you do this body that Magoo did? Nope. They're like, oh, well, I'm Slicc, that's Magoo.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's still saying true. So like, if you're not coming to me for like my lowriders type shit,
go to him.
I'm not the painter for you. Go to him for that. He's dope. He's going to do that better than me.
Right.
Like, you're asking me to do something out of my comfort zone, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to nitpick every fucking thing. So if you're not coming to me for same thing with my tattooing. Hey, if you want my style, I'll do my style. Other than that, like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, bro, my money's not good. It's not a matter of your money not being good. It's just a matter of, this is something I do for fun. This is this is not, I'm not going to make $120,000 a year painting bodies.
Right.
That's what I have that for. This is for fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're not coming to me to let me have fun with it, I don't want to do it. Because my other job requires that structure that like we got to do what a motherfucker wants.
Right.
When they come in, I got this tattoo that I saw on Pinterest. Yeah, I'm going to give it I'm still going to give it.
We'll take it on the chin.
I'm still going to give it 160% because bills got to get paid, bro. Like and where we're at right now. All right, what about this? You ready?
Yeah.
How do you feel? You ready? How do you feel about these shops opening up that are just doing fine line tattoos?
Oh, salons, you mean? Those are salons. Those are those like ladies that are doing the, you know what I mean? Those, I know what you're talking about. And those.
Like, not to knock nobody's hustle.
Yeah.
But like, how do you feel at the fact that they're sitting down, taking hours to do lines on people's fingers that we can bang out 30 minutes. They're taking hours to do and charging them $300, $400 for.
I see it the way I see. I think that's one of those things where I don't really bat an eye at it, like, because it's one of those things that it is what it is, bro. Like,
I've gotten to the point
if you
where
were to
I'm like,
ask me before 2020, I would have been more hostile about it. I think. You feel me?
Let's go burn those motherfuckers down. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been the same way. But now, like, hey,
that's the truth.
Like, hey, I've gotten to the point where, like, it is what it is, man.
That was definitely hostile back then, and it did put us. But that was the bar, bro. That was the standard. We weren't selling ourselves short. We weren't.
Just like it brought the acceptance of like so many things. So I've gotten to the point where, like, hey, I just like what I like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, all right. Favorite tattoo artists right now? Who are some of your favorite tattoo artists right now? There's some artists that you could have. Oh, what do you mean?
There's some that I can't. I would have to search because I just saw them from a suggestion, and I'm like, I didn't even know this person existed. And where are they from? And it's like some Roma, Italy, or something. You're like, and I'm stuck on an image they're doing of a back piece that's just like, look at these shadows, dude.
Oh, dude, I got I could do my top 5.
Oh, can you?
Oh yeah, bro. Yogi Barrett.
Okay, yeah.
Yogi Barrett, Pooch, Tanae Whitfield.
He's so sick, bro.
Oh.
So sick.
Oh, man. Joseph Cabela.
The Marvel stuff he's doing.
Oh, yeah, dude. Sick. Like, even when he gets into, like, his anime stuff, you know what I mean? Like, all right, then you have, like, Tanae Whitfield with that, like, unrealistically real shit that he's doing. Like, that's how I look at it, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Joseph Cabela.
Like, Jeff Gogwe back in the day, too. He was one of the ones that when I first saw, like, his stuff, I was like, how do you do this? This floral art
even
was wild.
Yogi Barrett, how he's doing like realism, but and again for me, like loving like the American traditional and neo traditional. For him to do like he just posted a picture the other day of like this shell, like this realistic looking like seashell with this like traditional water around it, bro. And I don't think nobody's pulling that shit off like him.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, man.
You know what I mean?
So I'm curious how it's going to be in another 5 years. You know?
Yeah, like Yogi Berra definitely. Pooch, Tanae Whitfield. I love that dude's style. Joseph Cabela, hands down. And then I have to say for number 5, it's really, really kind of tough because there are so many other artists out there. But, you know, I always love female artists, and it would be Deanna, the one that Joseph just had that seminar with.
I'm curious to hear from all that. When we get together, it's definitely one of those things that I want to like tap into, like experience.
Yeah, dude.
I've heard her breakdowns, and they're real methodical. Like, this is crazy. She's talking about some things
when she's like, well, you take this green and you take this green.
She taught me more than
like,
any art teacher's ever taught me, bro. Like, just from hearing a quick little, like, if she's doing well,
she's like a fine arts major, bro. Like, when you watch her videos, like even some of her YouTubes or some of the videos on Instagram that she talks about, when you're like, what do you mean green for a flesh tone? And then when you watch her work it in with the browns and everything else, you're like, makes fucking perfect sense.
Something that offsets a color of a person's skin tone to then add that source of lighting somewhere where you're just like, a shadow
and like
purple, like you're just,
wait, what?
Which I've seen that before, but it's really emphasizing, dude, color wheels, man. Like, there's stuff that I slept on, and I'm not saying I just discovered it, but when I did, I want to say not recent, but when I was like aware of primaries, complementaries, like the, you know how the printers, bro. Yeah. If we just think back to like in the old like the ink printers, the ones like that was telling you the answer.
The one we were taking needles and filling up with to save money.
Yeah, like the cyan, like, you know what I mean, like really.
Yeah.
And it was like that. Those 4 little inks that you're filled, the what is it, the containers that you're filling gives you everything. Like, that just, dude, do some research. You know what I mean? It's
like when you first started tattooing, like, all right, what would you say, what artist influenced you, like your style the most when you first started tattooing?
I'll give you that top 5 because I still remember. So for sure, I was a huge fan of Hendrix.
Okay.
Also with Paul Booth was wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Aaron Kane. It's 3. Then I had also with the traditional guys, Mike Chambers was always one guy that I looked up to. It was always a fight between him and also with Derek Noble.
Okay.
With his old dark neo-traditional.
Yeah.
That was my those are the guys that, but then I find Mike Rubendahl. Then I find, you know what I mean? O'Connell.
Yeah.
Like, all these dudes are just like, yo, Burt Cragg, bro. Like,
when I first started, I was Tony Silvaro.
Yeah.
Joe Capobianco.
Oh, Joe Cap.
Adam Barton.
Yeah.
Sing Sung. What was that his name? Sing Sung. Yeah. Sing Sung. And for me, I would have to say Paul Booth definitely. Was like his good. I love Black and Gray.
Paul Booth and
Mr. Cartoon. Definitely Mr. Cartoon. Yeah. Definitely Mr. Cartoon.
There's like the essentials.
Yeah.
Essential artists that were like, these are the guys, right?
But like for me, my work, if you look at some of my earlier work, if somebody came to me and they wanted something drawn, I was making it look like Tony Silvaro or Joe Capobianco. You know what I mean? Like, that was all I wanted to do. Bro, I still have all their flash books somewhere in my garage. But
I have a drive of their stuff and the physicals.
Dude, like, that was all I wanted to do. Like, the minute I saw like Joe Capobianco and the way he like,
he's a pioneer, dude.
Dude, the way he would draw these women's faces and add that I never noticed how women actually have that little extra to the side of their mouth until I saw his work. And then you start looking at women, you're like, oh, wow, they do have that little like.
The whole terminology, too, when seeing makeup books and what people say about contour and Cupid's bow. And I'm like, I didn't know that was
He was doing that shit before. You know what I mean? And like Tony Silvaro, like Guy Aitchison.
Guy Aitchison, bro.
You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know, like Jeff Pickens. Jeff Pickens is still one of my favorite tattoo artists.
Grace, man. Again, community. We're not, again, so.
Hey, that fuck with you, huh?
We're not, dude, that honestly, like, that's one thing to end on right there.
Like, it's a community, not a competition, bro.
I hope this next year, people can maybe, if you guys want to call this whole clean slate, day 1, new year, right?
How about hey, me and you, we decide, hey, next year, we'll stick to that. Like that's our clean slate. Like,
but then let's be real though, bro. Like, have you ever not had that mentality? It's just we never called it that, but we had somewhat of a similar.
It's like it's been there, but now my thumb's on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it was one of those things to where like I never thought talking to an airbrusher will bring clarity to an industry. Like, that's something that like.
I mean, he like works at a post office or something, but he's airbrushing.
Yeah, he's all like, he's like, hey, bro, it's a community, not competition. I'm all,
that's so lax.
What
dude.
the fuck?
Like, damn.
And I'm all, dude, that's dope as fuck.
I'm so glad we got that at least. It's like, cause I it's like, that's the thing. Like for next year, people, this whole new year, new me in any industry, bro. Imagine if you're just the thing. I mean, obviously, okay.
We've always said like, hey, the only person I'm in competition with is myself.
There's like everybody has their Apple or Android. Okay, they're not gonna be community, but we get it. That's the whole technology, right? That's a different. But when there's a community of artists that are competing against each other, what's the prize? You want to be like king of what? Yeah, like I don't get it.
Well, it's just like I remember back in the day when people come in the shop. You'd be tattooing them and they ask while every other artist here, hey, well, who do you think the best artist in here? What the fuck kind of question is that, man?
That's rough.
Remember that? Do you remember those days? Like, hey, well, who's the best artist in here? Wait, what?
Or me like somebody comes to you and you're able to feel comfortable to hand them to the next. It just shows you.
It's a community, right? Not a competition. But it was like, bro, the minute he said that, I'm reading like, oh yeah, thanks. Like it's a community, not a competition.
Yeah, dude. That's never heard that. I've never heard that. That's so cool.
And I'm all, dude, that's so fucking dope.
Again, we're stuck with guarding ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm all like, dude, that's so dope. He goes, I know, I just made that up right now. I don't even know where it came from. I'm all, well, I'm stealing it. You know what I mean? I'm all, it's stolen. That's mine.
And we branded it. We're putting it out there for the world, man. Hey, you're welcome.
Bro, like, right? But like, dude, like, hey, but then again, what are we supposed to, bro, you can learn from anybody. You can learn from a baby. The Bible even tells you can learn from a baby.
Heck yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, it took someone who I've only met one time to shine light on an industry that I've been in for 20 years.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
You know what I mean? But then again, like, hey, he works in mysterious ways, right?
Where can people find your stuff from the tattoo? You're also in the RC world.
Everything I pretty much do for my RC stuff is I keep it all on my Slicc Art Life. Okay. You know what I mean? I do have a YouTube channel. Keep it Slicc. I just need to get somebody to help me learn how to edit videos.
We need to get it on, man. Like, I definitely don't want you to pass that up, man.
Bro, you see I got the sponsors popping.
Hell yeah.
You want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
One of my sponsors, I actually designed a logo for, bro.
That's tight.
You know what I mean?
Like the deal, security.
You know what I mean? Hey, you can't never get rid of me. I designed your logo.
Hell no.
No, but like, dude, I want to thank all my sponsors. You know what I mean? Like, I want to thank you.
No, I appreciate you, man. I got mad love for you, bro. Like since day one, I had especially now, like, end of the year, I was like, we got to finish strong if we're gonna call this a cap, and I'm like, let's have Lerk on, and Cabello, and you heard it from the man. And also shout out to those companies that are looking out for the artists that are, again, supporting local, supporting the small business, and trying to help out with the time where the reality is, man, it's some people may see it, some people don't, but it's like a crisis time. When something happens, artists, communities, they come together to help out, let's say, a loved one artist. Yeah. That's what I like about the companies. Big shout out to them that they're trying to look out for us, to give us those discounts, because they understand.
It's crazy because like people were like, hey bro, you have like, who are you sponsored by for tattooing? And I'm all, I only have my RC sponsors. And they're like, what? I'm all like, I've never really like pursued being sponsored by anybody for tattooing, but
let's find out what episode we were on exactly.
Let's see.
Things down. So we were there it is
right there,
episode 7.
Dude, that was a year ago.
So a year ago, you guys got to check it in. From LA Streets to Valley Inc., the Lerk Chronicles. Check out that video.
All right, now we got to go from Lerk to Slicc. You know what I mean? Like that evolved me, bro.
Sick
like
update, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
You guys check that episode out. You get to hear a lot of his background, and yeah, man, this has been a great episode, brother.
Yeah, it's been fun, bro. I always have a good time with you, man.
We'll link up for everything. All these new projects got going on. Yeah. Everybody, hope you guys have good holidays. One more episode to wrap things up. And with that said, man,
be the best version of you could be. Wake up every day and try to be a better version than you were yesterday, and do not worry about what no one else thinks, man.
There it is, man.
You. Do you. Absolutely. Do what you love what you do.
Words right there, man. Make sure you guys are listening to the end. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, man. Let's start strong. Spread the channel to new listeners, viewers, and get some little bit of insight. We'd like to hear you guys' thoughts as far as beginnings, as wherever you're from, and how different it was to some of the topics we're talking about. That's very interesting to hear, and also to bring a little bit more with this community, man. We were trying to expand it. With that said, guys, this has been Tattooing Out Loud. Lerk, appreciate you, my boy.
Always
Thank you
a pleasure.
guys. Later on to the next one.